Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you'll get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else to where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today is a great day to be alive. My name is Derrick Forston, and I am your big brother. And if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place. So thank y'all again so much for being here. I super appreciate it. You guys are right on time. You hadn't missed a thing. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. I want to do a mic check real quick. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Y'all know I ain't very techy, right? So I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me loud and clear. And also, how's everybody doing? I'm going to do a quick check-in. How is everybody doing today? Jermaine, what's going on, big bro? Appreciate that video too, man. Appreciate that, big bro. So Jermaine says he can hear me loud and clear. So that's a good start. So put in the chat if you happen to be new to us. I want to make sure that I greet anybody that's new to us, right? And let me know also in the chat, like, how did you find us? Was that Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or anything like that? And one more time, let us know if you're new to us in the chat. And if you ain't new, just say, Derrick, I'm back. So again, as usual, we're going to be super laid back today. No set agenda. In fact, I'm really excited. I got a lot of stuff going on, right, in my life. I'm taking this coaching class right now that's kind of got me a little bit on fire for some of the newer things that we got coming up. And most of it's going to benefit y'all, right? So a lot of the coaching that I take usually enriches what we're already doing. So a lot of you guys are going to really appreciate it, especially people that are in the $5 group. Now, if you're already in like my one-on-one coaching or the group coaching, you guys get everything anyway, right? Even the DIY folks. But one thing that's lacking from the DIY is access to us. And we're building something for that. So the people that are even in my free academy, that free Facebook group, they're going to appreciate this new thing. And people that are in that $5 group, right? So that's going to be really cool. So I'm excited about that. So again, I'm going to give it a few seconds, but let me know if anybody's new to us. I'm going to do a brief intro. And again, I have no set agenda today, guys. And Shay told me to tell you guys she sings her best. Remember, Shay and I both are going through some dental stuff, right? Hers was a little bit more traumatic than mine, so she's still resting up. So I'm playing super husband. This week, I'm washing clothes and I'm doing some dishes and I'm consulting. I'm being me and I'm taking care of her, right? So Shay is my absolute gem. So I'm also doing that. So other than that, guys, really quickly, because I always want to make sure that I honor even people that are see this on a replay. Very quickly, I used to be a social worker, right? Barely making ends meet. And God showed me my dream through a lady that was doing this the wrong way, y'all. God showed me my vision because I wanted to help people. I wanted to get into real estate. And God, I'll use the phrase, messed around and showed me my vision through a lady that was doing this in the opposite way. In fact, she was doing it in like rats and roaches. And one thing that lady told me, she kept it real. Like, she didn't hide it. She said, Derrick, I'll never teach you how to do this. She said, but let me show you what I make doing it. Right. And I used to always say, like, why did she do that? Right. Like, why would she like tease me? It's kind of like dangling that carrot. And it's like, anyway, but that's me in that picture as that social worker begging God to change my life. How many of you all by putting the number 7 in the chat? And that word beg is strong, but that was me. I was begging God to change my life. Put a number 7 in the chat if that was you. But this is what he showed me through somebody else. The rats, the roaches, the filth and the grime, no pillows, the mattress on the floor. And this same lady right here was making $41,000 a month. She showed me in her phone. And some of these conditions, again, that'll break your heart. So if you're a social worker or a case manager, you've probably seen stuff like this. And because I knew one day I was going to tell this story, I said, man, people ain't going to believe me, man. They going to think I'm just trying to spice it up. And I took pictures of it because I just knew one day that I would tell this story. Now, I didn't know how long it would take, but once I got pretty fed up at that job, like it didn't take long to realize that I was kind of a part of the problem. So even though I was doing a job, once I found out that most of the places I was referring people to as the social worker, like they were housing people like this. So that's why we often say, man, if you're a nurse, LPN, CNA, if you're in the healthcare industry, and that's who we've been pushing this a lot to lately, right? And my original quote is, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you qualify, right? But here lately, a lot of nurses and LPNs and people that are in healthcare, they're already kind of in it. They're just working for somebody else. Jermaine shot a video and talked about that. Like a lot of us spend years working for other people, and that's fine. But what about the dreams God put on your heart? And when I found out that, you know, people were being housed in this condition, making $41,000 a month, I was like, sign me up, but I want to do it the right way. And for my new people, this is what's just, again, my breaking point of when that lady, I'll call her, was sleeping on the kitchen floor, paying $750 to be there. And the part that I often tell Antonia is that the part that really broke my heart, she wasn't even mad about it. I was more upset about it than she was. As my bottom lip shaking and I'm beginning to cry, she was like, this is where I sleep at. And I guess she saw it on my face and she was like, Derrick, man, it's better than being outside homeless on the street. Well, yeah, she kind of right about that. But guys, she was paying $750 to sleep in front of the kitchen stove. Like, and I'll say this, right? If that don't break your heart, you on the wrong YouTube channel. If you can hear that somebody's making $41,000 every 30 days, and they're housing people in rats and roaches, and a lady was sleeping on the kitchen floor paying $750, if that don't break your heart, like, now I'm a business coach. I can teach you a bunch of other stuff that has nothing to do with you kind of loving on and caring for people. Like I can teach you a bunch of stuff. Like I'm in a class right now that that gives me like 4 more arms of things that I can teach on my business side of coaching. Right? In fact, I coach a group right now, guys, of about probably 13, about 17 people in it. And they all make over $250,000 a year. And I give them a bunch of business ideas to just better their business. This class I'm in now, it's like, oh my God, when they hear me speak in this next class, they're not going to believe the material that I'm talking about. Now, that's my business coaching. You guys get a lot of ILF stuff and all of that, right? But if this don't break your heart, I can teach you something else. I hope that makes sense. But when I saw that lady sleeping on that floor, y'all, like, it just like, oh my God. And then, of course, I had to say, okay, well, what am I going to do now? And thank God for a great wife that jacked me up and said, Derrick, man, you can't keep talking about this, man. Like, can we put pen to paper? Can we put an idea together? Boy, I thank God for a great wife. Boy, if you a dude in here, just put a number 1 in the chat and say, thank God for a great wife or spouse. Or right now, she your boo thing, I pray you get married because that's the best thing going. All right? So I love acronyms. That action acronym for me was like ACT. Do something every day towards your goal. I'm going to talk a lot about that on that new thing that we're going to create for a lot of y'all. Now, again, if you're in my one-on-one coaching or my group coaching, that ain't going to even matter to you because y'all get everything anyway. But if you outside of any one of those DIY all the way down to the $5 group to just being free on YouTube, I got something that's going to blow your mind. Like, you're going to think I'm crazy when I actually offer it to you, right? And I'm trying to decide if I announce it today or wait until Monday. The C stands for continue, meaning persist in spite of difficulty. When your homegirl tell you that this is impossible, when your mama even tell you, sometimes it's our family, and your mom mean well, she just don't know what she doing either. Make sense, y'all? The T stands for train, never stop learning. That's why most of y'all come here all the time, and I commend y'all for that. It is Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. Y'all could be doing a million other things. But I believe if you came here, you're trying to enrich your life. You're trying to save your family. And if you've been around me any amount of time, you know out of this acronym, the word action, the I is my favorite. Like the I is really my favorite because the I says imagine. That means holding thoughts of what something would be like if it actually came true. How many of y'all got a desire to do this? Put a number 8 in the chat. And whether you do it already, you still had a desire. T. Sims, you already in this. You get ready to throw a whole event June 6th in the DMV area, and we coming to speak at it. Like, T, you had to imagine this before you met me. If you met me, T, and you never imagined this, this would have made no sense to you. T, does that make sense? Put a number 8 in the chat if you've imagined yourself doing this. And I've heard it like this, and I'm probably gonna mess it up. I think I heard Mr. Harvey say it like this. Your imagination is like that pre-forecast, like that coming attraction of what God's got for you already. But you gotta hold it somewhere, like in that imagination. Some of y'all gonna say in your heart, in your head, whatever floats your boat there. But you gotta imagine it. When I was working that job, making $28,000 a year, and that woman showed me she was making $41,000 a month. Man, I'd imagine what that would be like for me. The O stands for opportunity. Look for opportunities to make your dream happen. Our YouTube channel is an opportunity. Our one-on-one coaching is an opportunity. The group coaching is an absolute opportunity. And this new thing that we're bringing, like, it's going to blow y'all mind. Like, and the $5 group has helped so many people. I am so proud of that group. People are literally telling me, Derrick, man, I've launched my first house because of your $5 group. Like, that's exciting to me. But I got to upgrade for them that's going to blow the top off of their head in a good way. The end is what we showed a lot of last Saturday. We was live on this channel, and Shay was at an event advertising her housing program and mine. You got to network and build relationships. I say this all the time. In this business of real estate, because it's real estate, y'all, it's just a different lane of it. It's shared housing, which we call independent living facilities, ILFs, which is an environment where adults are able to live and thrive, meaning do well, without the need for staff and or medical oversight. But if I don't network, this whole business is baloney. If nobody don't know you do this, if nobody don't know you the answer in your city to affordable housing, how do they know to call you for it? Guys, we scream to the mountaintops that we are the answer in my city to affordable housing. We're doing it through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Snapchat, like whatever it takes. And I believe in this thing called Lift, because you can be on a bunch of stuff, but you got to be on the Lift. Lift stands for LIFTT, 2 T's. That's my own dictionary. LinkedIn for the L, Instagram I, right? Facebook, TikTok, Threads. That's where you must be. Now, everything that you add after that, like Lemonade, like Lemonade is a cousin of TikTok. T. Sims, if you're not on Lemonade, what are we doing? Jermaine, if you're not on Lemonade, what are we doing? I want you guys on every forum possible. The more lanes we hit, the faster we go. You ever been in a 1-lane traffic jam? Have you ever been on an 8-lane highway and how fast that goes? I'll never forget the first time I ever drove to Atlanta, Georgia, many years ago as a youngster, just almost getting my license. And where I was from at the time, I had only seen a 4-lane highway. When I drove to Atlanta and seen an 8-lane highway, I said, oh my goodness. But the flow of traffic was like, boom, boom, boom. Picture your business now on that 8-lane highway. Or if nothing else, I want you in that 5-lane highway, the Lift, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads. I hope that makes sense for everybody. Thanks, Mar. That's why we call that Lift. It's got 2 T's on the end of it. So if you're new to me, we simply take a piece of real estate that we rent or lease. Because, guys, I was a poor social worker. How can I go out and buy a house? Right? And when that lady told me, Derrick, I don't own these houses. The lady that was doing the roaches and the rats and people sleeping in front of the kitchen stove, she said, Derrick, you think I own these places? I said, yeah. She said, no, I don't. I said, really? Jermaine, that was the day I said, game over. Now, most of the time I tell that story, sometimes I leave that piece out. But that's when I said, game over. Like, I don't have to buy the property. Oh, this is going to be a no-brainer. I can rent a place, tell people I offer housing. The girl also said, Derrick, this don't require no license. I said, why? And of course, I did my own research. Now, that part she was right about. She said, the people I'm housing there don't need me to feed them, bathe them, or clothe them. They take their own medications. Now, I later found out she was still housing the wrong kind of people because those people that she was housing needed all of that. She just wasn't doing it. I house people today that can cook his own bologna sandwich, prepare his own transportation through Uber, Lyft, his cousin, his dad, his mom, the taxi, anybody but me. And he's going to take his medication without me pretending to be a nurse. Now, I'm coaching a lot of nurses here lately and LPNs and CNAs because our messaging has changed of who we're serving now. I'm telling them, great that you're a nurse, but I don't need that skill set with this per se. But to convince people of what this is and who you serve because you're a nurse, we're absolutely going to use it in your spiel. So the way that I've taught T. Sims and a lot of other y'all that are here, T. Sims can't use this spiel that I give her and says, oh, and by the way, I'm also a nurse. T, can you imagine how great your spiel sounds with everything I've taught you? And now you can add to it. Tia, can you imagine telling people in terms of what you do? Oh, and Mr. Social Worker, just in case, we probably won't need it, but I'm also a registered RN nurse. Wow. Just sounds better. Does that make sense, everybody? Or like that hogwash to y'all? That's why I always tell you guys, like everything we talk about is it's a lot of the verbiage, what we saying and who we say it to. So one more time, I just want to welcome everybody. We're super laid back today. I am Mr. ILF. My name is Derrick Forston. I'm your big brother, and we teach nurses, LPNs, CNAs, or anybody in the healthcare industry how to start and scale their own independent living facility. Make sense? Which we call ILFs. And an ILF is, in case if you're new, it's an environment, usually for me, a 4-bed, 2-bath home, that I'm going to take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. Because 2 people are going to be in each room. But just in case if you're new to me and you've never heard of that my favorite model is in that 4-2. I kind of like to do 6 people. So instead of 8 people, 2, 2, 2, 2. My favorite way is to go 2, 2, 1, 1. Especially if the numbers and the math make sense. The biggest part about what we do, guys, the math has to make sense, okay? But I want to tell you, when you do get into this, you're going to face opposition. People are going to call you crazy. They're going to tell you that it don't work. It's going to be a lot of doubters, roadblocks that most of us that are already in it, we've already been there and done that. So which means for you, it's possible. Lucky for you also, this ain't something that we're trying to do. I coach this now in 41 states, hundreds of people. Our ILF Academy alone, the free one, is 25,000 people in that group. Over 500 people in another paid community group, and several individual groups that we have according to what level you're on. So it works, guys. This ain't something that we're trying to see. And lucky for y'all, I told God, I said, God, if you make this work for me, like this is my promise. And again, I'll be honest. Who am I to say, God, if you? But Tessie, I'll be honest. I said that. I said, God, if you make this work for me, I'll go all over the world teaching it, and I'll never take any credit. I said, I'll tell the people it's you. I said, now I'm going to tell them about my bumps and bruises, God, because I ain't going to make them think that I'm some genius. So I'm going to tell them about my lawsuit. I'm going to tell them about how I ended up on the Channel 8 news in the wrong way. When we make the news now, they're celebrating us. But when I first made the news, it was like, wah, wah, wah. So that promise was, God, if you let me get in this and you let me get half. And I've learned never put a cap on God, but this is how honest I am, guys. Dummy me. I say, God, if you can let me get half of what that woman making. Because God, I make 28 grand a year. She showed me 40 grand a month in her phone, housing people in roaches. I say, God, if you give me half of that, I'll go all over the world telling people what this is, and I'll never take any credit. I'll tell them it's you. Now, that was a dumb prayer in a way, because you never put a cap. Somebody give me half. Guys, we serve an unlimited God, right? Whatever you're doing, you should be wanting to become a billionaire doing it. Why would you cap a God that owns everything? And that's a whole nother sermon on another day. But that was my honest prayer. I said, God, what if I could just make half of what she's doing? I said, God, first of all, I'll do it the right way. I say, God, because they hid it from me, I'll teach it to other people. Why you think I'm on this YouTube channel on a Saturday morning when I also could have been doing anything else? In fact, the last day of that cohort or that class I'm in right now, it's at 10 o'clock, which means I'm 23 minutes late. I'm missing that for y'all because this is what I do. I also bought the part that came with the recording, though, to make that's called being accountable and responsible to make sure that I'm still here to fulfill that promise. Ooh, that's good. Lee, that's good. And somebody ain't gonna admit it, but Antonio, that is good right there. Some of y'all got to keep a promise. Now, don't raise your hand and don't put nothing in the chat, because we do a lot of that, right? But just nod your head in your living room right now. Did you make a promise to yourself about how you're going to change your life and get into this or do something? What if you said, Derrick, I want to start the best fried chicken company? All of y'all don't want to do this, and I understand that. But what if you want to bake the best chocolate chip cookies? I don't know what your dream is. But how many of you made a promise to your kids, your family, your spouse, your grandchildren? Like, I don't know, like fill in the blank. But don't put it in the chat like that's a personal thing right now. Just nod your head right now in your living room. We got to fulfill and like that. I'm fulfilling my promise every time I go live. And because the smartness of technology, even when I'm not live, my team is playing a replay. Technology allows me to still fulfill that dream. You know how many people find me on the replays first and then come here live? Oh, and just in case if you're wondering, it is 10:24 Saturday morning. I'm live. And here's my secret. I'm usually live on Saturdays and Mondays for sure. The other days could be a replay, or I randomly will go live because I serve a lot of people. So I'm often coaching in my private communities, which is why this new announcement going to change a lot of that. But y'all gonna either love me or try to figure out how to buy me a Gucci bag for Christmas when I tell y'all what this is. Y'all, Jermaine gonna love this so much. Jermaine may buy me a Gucci book bag for Christmas when I tell him what this new thing is. But every Saturday, I'm fulfilling the promise right now because somebody's sitting on their couch right now. They say, man, I wish I had somebody to teach me, and not like Derrick, because nobody taught Derrick. They hid it from him. But you ever heard of that Bible scripture that says, write the vision and make it plain so that he that read it can run with it? Guess how I also view that? And this is not me trying to change the word. I view it as, Derrick, go through the bumps and the bruises and all the mistakes. But when me and you, God, get this thing right, Derrick, go and give it to the people. I got over probably 1,500 videos just under my live tab. Thousands of videos, in the thousands, excuse me. and they're all 2 and 3 hours long. There isn't a question in your head you can think of that's not in one of them videos probably. That's my give back. That's my community content. Now, if you want me to hold your hand and all that stuff, I got that too. Group coaching, one-on-one coaching, DIY. You get in where you fit in. And I got a $5 group. Guys, I got something for everybody. So there's Jermaine said it again. I'm picking on it, but Jermaine said no excuses in that video he shot. In fact, Mar, did they send you that video of Jermaine? Mar is my assistant, y'all. She wake up every morning bright and early. Well, actually, I'll reverse that because where Morris is actually 10:27 at night. Mar, did they not give you that video from Jermaine? I'm finna do it right now, right? And Mar, while we live, where my phone is? And I wanted to show that. And Mar, if you need to doctor it up and do anything to it, feel free, caption, into that stuff. But I'm going to send you right now, Mar, that video, because Jess sent it to me. I could have swore she would have gave that to you. She said that she gave it to Dwight, though. But no excuses, guys. So one more time, if you just joined, all we're discussing is that procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. So I would want all of y'all to go to forstonconsultants.com and just check out and see what we have. Like what fits you in terms of the coaching, group coaching, one-on-one coaching, the $5 group, or will you just show up every day at 7 p.m. and soak it up that way? I'll admit that class I'm in right now that I paid a couple thousand for, right? It's a little 10-piece. I watched a lot of that guy on YouTube before I jumped in his thing. So I tell everybody, soak that up first. Especially you women that are just so ready to go. Tell your husband, say, babe, I know I usually just jump into stuff, but this guy told me don't buy nothing yet. He should be like, wow. Yeah, he said, come watch me for free. And if nothing else, join this $5 group. And then we can see if we're a good fit. Does that make sense? Watch this, guys. Let's take a quick commercial break. I'm going to pay a few bills, and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else to where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And again, thank y'all so much for being part of the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. Also, if you have any questions so far, I do want to take some questions today. So if you haven't already, put them in the chat. And just for the basis one more time, these are called independent living facilities where we rent or lease a property. Now, if you can buy it, great, even better. But most of us just can't go out and buy a property tomorrow. Most of y'all can go out and rent or lease a property. Then we connect with social workers and case managers. And as I love to say, we take people from homeless to hopeful. And we do that in a shared living environment. So that 4-bed, 2-bath home may have 8 beds in it. Or if you're going to do my model, maybe it's only got 6 beds in it. But put in the chat if you have any questions today, because I do want to answer some questions. I'm also putting another masterclass together. And I just announced it literally like today. I want to do something that I probably only done maybe once or twice. So that free Facebook group that I have, that one that's got like 25,000 people in it, I'm going to do a Q&A in there probably next week. And I usually never do that for that group because it kind of handles itself. It's so many people. And it's free. So I don't get my game in there. I'm going to go in there and do a whole Q&A. Nothing unbarred or like, oh, I can't answer that because this is the free group. None of that. So I'm going to decide on a date. So if you're in it or if you know somebody, I would even repost that. I was in Derrick's live today and he's going to do a whole Q&A in here in the free group, right? And then anybody that's also in that $5 group that is a paid member, I want to meet with you all separately in another call, right? And that's going to be that special announcement that I keep kind of teasing around about. And I may kind of drop it today. But for sure, that free ILF Academy, that free Facebook group, I want to meet with them. I want to do a whole Q&A with them. But if you're in my $5 group and you have not upgraded to one-on-one coaching or the group coaching, I got something going to blow the socks off of your feet. Okay, so I'm probably going to have my team. And Mar, you're here. Mar, can you send a message out or just take note of this? I want to individually send a text message to everybody that's a paid member in the $5 group. Not the people that are one-on-one coaching and the group coaching. They're spoiled and get everything. They get what I'm going to kind of introduce to them, so they don't need it. I only want the $5 people that are paying that $5 a month, or the people that pay $60 for the whole year. And then the ILF Academy, the free one, let Hurley know and Jen know by Monday. We want to splatter that Q&A that I'm going to do for the ILF Academy, that free group that has 25,000 people in it. I'm going to do that for probably about 2 hours and bring every question you have. Okay? So that's just some extra sauce. Thank you, Mark, for doing that. Somebody also asked and typed in, Derrick, what are we offering? This right here. Hope, a second chance, a clean environment, something that's more affordable than the group home that Mr. Jones is not appropriate for anyway. We're actually starting to get some calls. I won't say a lot, but we're getting quite a, in fact, I should blast and show you guys the email. We're getting calls from ALFs now that say, Derrick, I got a few referrals I want to give you guys because we got two or three people that are not appropriate for an ALF because they're super independent. And Derrick, neither can he afford this $6,000 a month. I heard you guys got private rooms for $950. We're super interested, Derrick. Now, I'll admit, they don't say Derrick. They're talking to Jess usually. But because that email filters to me, I saw it. And if you are Antonia or Lee, which I think both of them are in here, shout me out, Lee, if you in here today. They had because they're under my one-on-one coaching, we was on a Zoom. I got that referral through Jess, my assistant, my VA. We did the call right on their call. Now, unlucky for us, the guy didn't answer. Lucky for us, it did come back. We spoke to the guy and what I'm going to call the caretaker. Watch me give y'all a little game on how I would coach my people that are one-on-one like them, because they haven't got their first resident yet, but their house is fully furnished and looks like what you see on this screen. When we took that call, so I'm giving you guys a little insight on my one-on-one coaching here. When we took that call, because if you're under my one-on-one coaching, I'm going to do that assessment with you. Your first 1, 2, or 3, if it take you, most of y'all pray for the day you get a phone call, but most of y'all get real nervous in your boots and you start shaking. But because I'm your big brother on the one-on-one coaching, you don't do an assessment by yourself, first of all. Now, if you just think you got it, I'm just going to be on the phone listening. But lucky for them, this was a referral for me. So I said, hey, guys, would y'all want to hear this? Guess what they said? Derrick, absolutely, we got time, bro. We ain't going nowhere. They both turned their screens on. It was like, go, Derrick. So they heard how me and Jess, my VA, talk about the referral. How did she like him when she interviewed him? Because if you remember, I trained my VA to be me. When you guys get my one-on-one coaching, right, I give you a virtual assistant, and they are also a part of your meeting. Because I'll admit, 90% of what I'm going to say going to go to your VA, really. The 10% goes to you for implementation. And she put it in the chat. Lee is there too. So Lee is under that EPH consultant. That's my big bro. So Lee was like, bro, yes, I want to hear this. Watch this, y'all. Soon as the guy answered the phone and we greeted each other, because I've been doing this so long, I gave both of them a thumbs up. Meaning I'll take this guy right now and ain't ask them no questions. Some of y'all saying now, whoa, hold it, Derrick. How in the world, Jermaine, you even know this, bro? You are not under my one-on-one coaching. Jermaine, you don't talk to enough of knuckleheads and enough of good people, because under my DIY coaching, bro, you got 20 beds filled right now at $800 a month. Under my DIY, where he don't get a chance to talk to me. That's going to change though, bro. I got something special for you. So back to the story, because I don't want to keep jumping because I'm getting excited now, right? They got a chance to hear how the call went so well and how this guy answered every question I had. He just said, Derrick, why are you asking me so many questions? Derrick, we got to go there? Derrick, really, bro? Bro, when can you just move me in? First of all, can I admit he was my favorite because his age range, he was 78 years old, y'all. Number one, my favorite. Number two, he didn't rush my assistant through her assessment. Because the first thing, and if I'm lying, Lee gonna tell you in the chat. I say, Jess, what is your opinion of this guy? Do you like him and would you move him in? Remember, y'all, I told y'all Jess makes 90 to 95% of the decision for somebody that's going to be appropriate for my program. Because by the time it come to me, she just want me to talk to him for about 5 to 6 minutes. Guys, this call went so well. I'm smiling and cheesing because I got Lee and Antonia on Zoom. So they're watching me on this call live. Guys, this is my one-on-one coaching. Not you reading a book. Not you coming to a group saying, man, like, dear, I said, guys, I'm not going to hang up with y'all and call you back and say, well, this is what the guy said. I say, y'all stay here. Let me know if you can hit me through this Zoom. Luckily for me, they could. So let me skip through because I don't want to elongate the story. Guys, the call went great. He is the epitome. Watch this. When Antonia and Lee, I'm talking to just y'all two now. When you guys hear a call in a guy like that, the first thing you do when you hang up, you say, Father God in heaven, can you send me 35 more gentlemen just like him or better? God, he is the epitome of who I'm trying to help. Now, part of my coaches say, don't be picky, but Lord have mercy. When you get them like that, Lee, that's the guy I'm saying, God, can you send me 25 more guys just like this? And every time I get a house, God, send these kind of people. But watch this. Watch me coach Lee and Antonia live and let y'all listen to it. Antonia, you want me to tell you what ruined that whole phone call? When the so-called caretaker got on the phone, or the payee, the lady that's responsible for his money. Now, I'm going to say this gentle because I'm on this live call all over the world right now, but on your one-on-one coaching, you heard me go a little deeper, but watch me coach y'all one-on-one because I want the people to hear it. And Lee, I've been doing this so long, brother, I'm about 98% sure this is what happened. This certain guy, y'all, gets so much of money. He's a military veteran. He got another pay from SSI. That was over $3,000. He got a military pay for over $950. Then he had his other payment for something weird for like $1,000 a month. Guys, in the business that we in, that's a bunch of money. Most of your people you get gonna get $900 a month, $850 a month. So the caretaker, wink, 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 knows this as well. Because one of her questions, Antonia, was, hey, Derrick, you know, guys, the call started out just for the gentleman. Hey, Derrick, you know, can I move in there too? And y'all know I stutter, right? Like I was born with a stutter. Lee, I started stuttering. I say, ma'am, you mean you want to move in with him? I said, oh. I said, well, no, ma'am, but lucky for you, we have a women's facility 3 minutes away from this place. God, she didn't want that, which tells me as the experienced guy, she trying to get a 2-for-1, and she trying to eat up some of that money that he got. In my opinion, and God, if I'm wrong in heaven, forgive me, but I've been doing this a long time, y'all. She trying to figure out where is the cheapest place she can get both of them, and that's bad English, both of them, BOFF. How can she get a 2-for-1, Jermaine, and she not pay nothing and live off of his check? If you came to our lunch and learned in Orlando, Florida, and you saw the house that Shay houses her women in, you mean to tell me she wouldn't want to live there? What a beautiful place that is. Jermaine, she didn't want that. So that call went from her being the caretaker. See, me and Lee was on the same page. Lee was saying the same thing during our call. But I'm coaching y'all live because I want y'all to hear it. I say, bro, from the first standpoint, if this guy had called on his own from a hospital or from the case manager referring him, we're going to move that guy in tomorrow and say, and I'm going to just call him Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, do you know any other good guys just like you? Because you a real good guy, and these are the kind of guys I build my whole program on. I want 8 more people just like you, Mr. Jones. Any more people at that hospital that you was cool with or that you observed that need a place to live? Guys, I'm giving y'all the other way how we market. Antonia and Lee, I'm coaching y'all one-on-one right now. That's how I get some of my best clients, by allowing my people that already live in my place to become almost an affiliate. Oh, this is some good coaching right here. Nobody going to admit it. I tell you guys all the time about us being affiliates, and you guys can be an affiliate and sell our stuff and make money. What if you made your clients an affiliate and they became your lead source? Because you ain't gonna ask your knucklehead guy to bring you a client, because hopefully you ain't housing knuckleheads. You're gonna say, Mr. Jones, man, you've been here 8 months now. I trust your judgment, and you a cool cat. When you go to your program during the daytime and you hang around all of those people, when you go to your lunch dates and you go on to the 7-Eleven and all those places you go to in the city and meet all of these people, do you ever run into anybody else that is just like you as a good guy? He said, yeah, Derrick, I know a couple good guys. In fact, Derrick, I know a few guys that are in bad places and they will love our housing. I said, well, Mr. Brad, why you never told me? Oh, Derrick, I didn't know that you would allow me to refer people to you. Remember, y'all just blessed to be here. I'm only talking to Antonia and Lee. This is how this new idea that I'm going to drop on y'all that y'all going to think I'm crazy. This is what it's going to be like. I'm talking to Lee and Antonia, but Jermaine, you get a back seat to it. Y'all ain't never heard me talk like this on YouTube because I'm only talking to Lee and Antonia. Back to that phone call, because I want to show Lee something that he called out too. That's a funny text. I should share this too. As the ladies on the phone is slowly running out of options, that meaning that she can't live here and neither do she want my women's facility, the call turned into, okay, well, Mr. Derrick, you know, we go search around and see what's going on. But what I want to tell Lee, sometimes you got to jump right back in and say, ma'am, and not in a mean way, Lee, ma'am, great luck or good luck, because in this city, where are you going to find something that's what you requested was a private room? We take care of the lights, the water, the cable, and the Wi-Fi. He get his own door code. He never has a roommate. And the worst hotel in this city want $80 a night. Watch this, y'all. Lee, do you remember when she brought up the concern about, well, the last place he was in, here come the truth. The last place he was in, Lee, the people had a problem with him bringing the grandkids because they was there all the time. Really? I say, ma'am, I could understand that. That's my very rule. Children are not allowed in my place because that would be a liability. And besides, ma'am, why would you want your grandchildren in a place where I got 6 other grown men? She said, man, Derrick, you know what? You are right, and that make a lot of sense. I said, ma'am, I'm not trying to be, I said, but that place also was concerned about your grandchildren being there as they were a liability to their business and company. Well, yeah, I just want a place where, the grandkids can come and where I can come. See, ma'am, the truth is coming out, Antonia. See, y'all just lucky because Antonia and Lee is here today. They saw this on a live call on the screen with me because we was already in the coaching session for an hour and a half already. Lee, if I'm lying to these people, you tell them now. Lee, were we not already on the phone when Jess sent me the referral? But look how the longer we talk to people, which is what we call the assessment, and Tennille, look how the truth slowly keeps coming out. First, it was just for the 78-year-old father. All of a sudden, this turned into, well, no, this might be the girlfriend now. This might be the person that's handling all the money. Because the last thing I said I'll call him Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, do you got any other questions for me? Because I asked a lot of questions, sir. And just to make sure that we're putting you in the best place and environment, because I got multiple homes, but I'm already thinking of the place I'm going to put you at now. I gave her the address, kind of what the street was. She said, oh, that's perfect. He said, no, sir. If it's up to me, I'll move in tomorrow. But here, you got to talk to, I'm going to just call her today. Let me just give her a name. I'm going to call her Tammy. You got to talk to Tammy because Tammy make all of the decisions. You know the best way, and I'm only talking to Lee and Antonia. Y'all just sit courtside and just take notes. Lee, you know the best way to lose a potential great client? Because if Lee and Antonia are honest, they'll tell you right now in the chat how I was glowing when I was talking to, I'll call Mr. Jones, 78-year-old male, nothing wrong with him, but need a place to live. But if they also honest, because I don't lie, y'all, that's my default, y'all. I'm so honest about this. Lee will tell you right now, when the moment that lady got on the phone, with her speaking within 15 seconds, my whole countenance changed. My face went from this to, you ever heard of that song by, I think it's DMX, Here We Go Again. Like, that's the song that started ringing in my mind, Jamaica. I was like, oh, I'd have been here before. But all of my new people like Lee and Antonia and some of y'all, you guys would have lit up like a Christmas tree just like me. But when the lady got on the phone, you also would have been like, ugh, that didn't go quite as well as it did with Mr. Jones, because he really wasn't the decision maker. Woe is me, right? I wish Mr. Jones had a case manager that would have called me. I'm only coaching you right now, Antonia. The case manager decides that not this lady unless she is the real payee. And I got a good feeling she's not part of the payee. She's just in cahoots. And that's my clean version on this YouTube channel. But that's why I'm so excited about this new offer that we're going to drop to you all. And even people that see this on like the replay and my other places where they'll post it, they said, like, I am so excited to be able to give y'all a backseat of what I just did. Because I normally wouldn't talk. I said, hey, Lee, call me, bro, and let's talk about it. We did that, but I'm going to let y'all be live to it. So that's kind of what this new thing is going to be. And I am super, super excited about that. Lee and Antonia, y'all still there? Let me check the chat. Mark, put up anything with Lee and Antonia on the screen. And let me see, because I'm not in the chat. Yep, I'll probably do Shay. Shay is screaming from the, well, not, let me take that back. Not screaming, because y'all, Shay got on a whole thing that cover her whole face like this, that she got to put ice packets in. I can hear her saying in the background, Derrick, do you want to bring Lee and Antonia on right now? Family, I don't know where y'all at, but right now, if you want to go live with me on this screen right now, because I don't want the people to think I'm just lying about this. If you guys are, and if Lee is not in Missouri because he's a truck driver, if Lee is not driving through Missouri right now, I'm going to let y'all jump on this screen live with me right now. If 5 of y'all will want that, and if they're available, like, who will want them to come on screen right now to talk about this? I forgot that we got the ability to do that. Now, I don't know how to do that, but Shay, I think it's a link. Antonia and Lee, are you guys in the space to jump on camera right now? And if you're not, don't feel obligated to that, right? But if you are, I want them to see you guys. But yeah, man, back to that story again, y'all. That call, man, guys, T Sims, in my mind, I was saying, boy, we got another one. And what's so funny? I was just giving Lee and Antonia the example that I give all my one-on-one people of like, what does it cost to rent this place? How many people do I have in it? Where do I profit? I was just telling them about, I got a 4-bed, 2-bath in Orlando, Florida for $1,800. Now, I'll admit in Orlando, Florida, that's a little cheap. And I'm grateful. And I got a great landlord in that one property. But I said, guys, I only got 3 people in it, and I'm so picky about who I put in it, because if they're not like these 3 guys, we refer out somewhere else. And I become that housing referral agent. I don't just say, hey, bro, you don't fit the mold here. Good luck, man. Bye. We say, Mr. Jose, this assessment went great today. And we actually got 2 referrals that we want to make for you. One is called Jones Foundation, and the other one is called Travis's Enterprise. They both do what we do. We've already forwarded them your information, and they're going to call you in 15 minutes. That's called being a housing referral agent. I got a whole product to teach you how to just be that. And I often say that's what 90% of most of y'all are at. You got to build the relationships and just be that housing referral agent first. It's the stepping stones that you have in your own place. And I coach a lot about that. Let me check the chat again and see if these guys are available. So if you're available, Shay is going to send y'all a link. Or if she texts it to me, I'll give you the link. You click the link, you pop up on screen. Is that simple? Okay. And we use StreamYard for anybody that wonders how we do this whole live and all of that. So in fact, that group of those 17 people, I teach them how to go live and use StreamYard. Like, that's one of the things I coach them on. How do you have an omnipresence and be everywhere all the time? And it's through social media, but also going live. Okay. So, and guys, I don't really offer a lot of my business coaching like out loud. Like that one group, there is referral based only. Like there is no posting for that group whatsoever. And we meet once a month, sometimes twice, but once a month, which gives them time to implement. But we might start advertising that, okay? So that business coaching side, but that new thing I'm talking about, ooh, that's gonna be offered to everybody, especially the $5 group and those free people. Or if you say somebody like Derrick, man, like I know you the guy, I know you the coach, but bro, I can't afford your one-on-one coaching. Derrick, I can't afford that group thing either. And Derrick, I can't even get that DIY right now. I got something that's gonna still blow the socks off of your feet. Okay, so. Let me see. Tia said that would be great if they can get on. Yeah, man. Like they were literally like we were in a live. Hey, Shay, they said yes. So Shay, if you want to text that link to me, maybe, or Mara, like whoever, I don't know, and then they can get it to them. Okay, to them. Perfect. So Mara and Shay are working on that in the background. I'm going to take a really quick commercial break. And I got a funny question that actually, I'm gonna ask the question now before I go. And be honest and don't make it up just because I'm saying it. Can any of you all tell that I'm speaking a little bit different, like in terms of what I sound like, or do I sound the same to you? I've been telling you all that I'm on this Invisalign thing, and I got it in, and it's got its problems, its ups and downs, but I want to just know, can you all tell? Like, am I lisping? Am I slobbering all over the place? Like, how do I sound to you all? Put it in the chat, and I'm going to be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying the show. But just in case if you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that we're telling the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, PURPOSE, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them, Everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property, we put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word purpose to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
All right, we are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going to share that link with Antonia and Lee. But I want you all to just hear that story of, because even me as the guy, Mr. ILF, I was so excited when I spoke to that guy, y'all. He was the epitome of who I tell y'all that, like, the pray that God sends you. Because I'm real strict on it. And also, like, I don't hide this. I pray that God don't send me the knucklehead, right? There are millions of people in this world that will love to live in your place. People that want to change their life, want to get off drugs, not dodge the rent payment. I said, God, send me the people that, like, they're afraid to be homeless. And that may sound weird, but most of my people, because that's a part of our assessment, what's your biggest fear? Being homeless. Derrick, I don't want to be homeless, bro. So guess what? They pay rent on time and early. So I teach you guys to look for that even in your assessment. How do you not get tricked by somebody? Make sense? So let me check the chat real quick. So you guys said I sound fine. Jermaine said he can't tell. So now on my YouTube channel, on the other one, I'm gonna go pretty deep on like this whole process. I ain't gonna bore y'all on my business channel with it, but on our other channel that's called Married to the Mission, Shay and I both gonna show y'all all the, like, because that's what that channel is, y'all, like the behind the scenes stuff. Like, I'm literally, hate to say it, but I'm nursing Shay back to health. Now she's fine, right? But Shay's having to take it easy over the next, I'll say, probably 14 days, right? She's had some major stuff done. So, and it's things that we talked about getting done over the years, and just sometimes you don't know how bad it is until the dentist tell you, right? So one of the parts of my journey that my teeth now always have pressure. So my teeth are pretty jacked up, right? And they got a lot of pressure on them now because of this Invisalign. So if you've ever had it or you worn braces, you know what that means by having a constant. It's like, imagine a headache in my teeth. That's the best way. Ooh, that's good. That's the best way to explain that. So like, even my assistant Mara that's running this room today, she's in charge of that channel. I'm getting ready to upload her a bunch of pictures and videos that we're going to be eventually posting in a certain sequence. I'm not going to take y'all probably day by day or week by week, but for sure there'll be monthly updates, because I change these trays every, 7 days. So every Monday, which is in 2 days, I change this tray. So it's pretty cool that you guys kind of can't tell, but I have a constant pressure on my teeth. Now I'm at the part where it's kind of cutting my tongue a little bit on the side. So it's a lot to it, y'all. It's not very comfortable, but I believe it's going to be fully worth it. Lucky for me, some people have like 40 weeks, 80 weeks. My thing is only 22 weeks. So just to tell you that if you do decide to get Invisalign, how long you will have it is judged by the recommendation when they scan your mouth. So Invisalign is a whole software system and everything. So they'll literally show you what your teeth look like now, and they'll show you how they're shifting and what they'll be in, for me, 22 weeks. So I got 22 trays, so y'all pray for me, because it is a little tough. The eating is weird, because you got to take it out every time you eat. So I'm losing weight like crazy, because it's an inconvenience. But other than that, anyway, I don't want to bore you guys with that. I'm going to bring on Antonia and Lee. I'll let them tell you where they're from, where they're located, what they currently do before meeting me, why in the world they went to group coaching first and then upgraded. Like, I want them to take you on like their whole story. So without further ado, let's do it. What's up, family? How you guys doing?
All right.
Good.
All right, so the first thing we'll do is a mic check. So I want you guys to just say something. I want the people to tell me, yes, I can hear Lee, and yes, I can hear Antonia.
All right, can you hear us?
Can you hear us good?
So Lee, go ahead and introduce yourself first, and we'll let Tia tell us if she can hear y'all.
I'm Lee Stewart with EPH Consulting.
And I'm Antonia. Can they hear us good?
Yep. They said loud and clear, and I think Shay just logged in and she said yes as well. So, family, go ahead and tell the people again where you guys located. I want them to know what you did before coming to us. Why did you decide to jump into the coaching just at all? You chose group coaching, but you later or soon upgraded to one-on-one coaching. Take them on that journey.
Well, we're located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and we got started. There were several other different platforms that were kind of had a similar message, but it really wasn't quite hitting. It wasn't 100% of what we were looking for, and we happened to come across you guys doing a live on YouTube, and it just kind of took off from there. You were really preaching the type of ministry that we were wanting to get into, and so we signed up with the collective first.
Hold it. I got questions in between this now. So when you found us on YouTube, did you say you were searching, or did somebody refer you, or you were just scrolling?
Well, it kind of started out that I'm gonna give you a little bit of background. Like you said, we drive trucks, we work for the military, with the government, and we had like the government shutdown, and I was like, well, it taught me. So I'm always my mom always taught me to, do everything. You always got to find some good. You got to see what the bad and what the good is. So I was like, well, I need to do something else to supplement my income, but I wanted it to be kind of like bulletproof. Something that if the government shut down, I can still be making money or helping somebody. So I was like, well, let me find something. So I was going through online and stuff, and then I seen you guys, and I was like, and I kept, I watched a few YouTubes and stuff like that. Then I was like, I told my wife, I was like, and then let's look at this. You know what I'm saying? That this might work for us. Because I've always been about business. Since I was a kid. So I was like, well, let's look at this. And then she came about with me and started looking at the YouTubes. Then she was like, well, we kept looking at them. Then she was like, maybe look at a few of them. And then she got more invested. So then when she got more invested, then we was like, well, let's sign up. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds great. I seen the movement. I seen your passion from being a social worker and, the things you was doing. And I have that passion too in me. So I was like, this might be great for us as a family, So that's what kind of resonated to me.
Good stuff. Wow. So take me back to you. You said, let's do it. You guys bought the group coaching. Then what?
Well, after the group coaching, and it was just like the what we were receiving, it was propelling us so fast, because once you was giving it to us, we was taking it, putting it into action, and it was just moving so quick. We got branded, we got all of our website stuff, our VAs, we got everything going, and then all of a sudden we had people contacting us. We've gotten our property, and everything was just moving so quick, and I was like, Lee, we need to go to the next level, because I'm having questions more often that I need to have answered a little bit quicker. And I'm like, just like what you be saying, waiting at every 2 weeks, you be like, wait a minute, my question is gonna be cold by the time I get back to them. So I was like, let's go to the one-on-one. And we kind of thought about it. We kind of molded over for a couple of weeks, and I was like, yeah, I think we're ready to take that step. And so that's when we moved up to the one-on-one, and it's been great ever since. I mean, that call yesterday opened my eyes so much with how we can approach different things. Yeah. And so we even let me show y'all this clip. You talk about writing a vision, you can't see it. I don't know if it ain't clear enough, but I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, but we wrote our vision on our board. It's fuzzy now, y'all, but it is full of everything on here, what we want, the path and the things that we want to happen. And on here, it's got favor with Forston Consultant family, favor with our tenants, giving us good wow. people, dedication,
Send us
We
a
got our
picture of that. I
trailer.
want to see that because that's not doing us
Yeah.
any justice like that.
I know. I
But
hate
I
it.
want to get a
It's not
picture
coming
of that,
in.
and we're
I
gonna
hate it's
show
not
that on
coming
this
in
screen
right,
the proper way.
but it is.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love it.
But it is. But you know, doing that and just trying to stay faithful and praying and hoping that this thing is we asking for God to lead us in the direction that we need to go, and it's just it's manifesting, and so it works. It
Yeah.
works.
And
I want you to
why
share something. I want you
Go
to
ahead.
share something else with them because I get this question a lot, and you guys did it. I think before I even kind of really knew about it, because I remember when you came to the live event in Orlando, and you showed me pictures, but it wasn't till after I think I realized what kind of property it was. Can you share with the people? You don't got to go crazy deep if you don't want to go into your deal. But I want the people to hear what kind of property are you doing this out of, and how did you think of that concept?
Well, what it was is we was on the live and you started talking about mobile homes. And I'm a person, I take the message and then I put it into action. So I was riding back and forth from an area not too far from us. And I was like, one day I was like, dang, I didn't stop at that place. So I actually
I had a for rent sign.
I had a for rent sign. So I drove past it again. I said on the way back, I'm gonna stop at that place. And I passed it. The day I said I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna go back. And then I went back and we called the place and it was available. And there was another place right behind it was available. And I was
hold it, because somebody gonna miss it. Are you telling me that this was inside of a mobile home park?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so I want to coach for 2 seconds, and I only want to talk to Lee and Antonia. They're probably gonna know half of what I'm gonna say, but I want y'all to hear it as the audience. But I'm only talking to them as one-on-one coaching.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to go with that because you guys mentioned you saw a for rent sign when usually, let me coach, inside of a mobile home park, ladies and gentlemen, you can't really rent a mobile home. Most mobile home parks want you to be the tenant. They only care about lot rent. I want to slow that down one more time just because I want everybody to catch the opportunity in this too. Most of the time, and I'll say 95% of the time, guys, a mobile home park wants you to be the tenant and for you to be 55 and older because they want to collect lot rent. They want you to own that house.
Correct.
Lucky for Lee them, they heard one of my coaches talking about, and I think that was a free YouTube, where I was, or maybe social media, where I was running my big mouth talking about but, because I put a but in there. If you find a mobile home park that's investor friendly, it don't care what you do as long as you pay the rent. Because sound like to me, in my experience, they found a park that they own the home. There are some mobile home parks where they're all tenant-owned properties. Guys, I'm looking at a property right now in Thomasville, Georgia. It's 4 acres. I won't go into how many mobile homes are on it, but they're all tenant-owned homes, which is my favorite, which means I'm only collecting lot rent. I don't fix sinks. I don't do drywall. I don't fix the roof. They don't call me for plumbing. So just to put it out there in the open, if some millionaire hear this and want to just bless me, I'm looking for a mobile home park that I can only rent the lots to, and I want the home to be owned by the tenant. Back to the coaching. I want to ask a question before I go into the next coaching because it's going to make somebody understand it better. Lee, you probably knew this, bro, but what gave y'all the confidence to go in that place and to still try to rent it? Did you know it was investor friendly, or did you just give it a shot?
I just gave it a shot. I gave it a shot,
Wow.
because sometimes, you just gotta believe and trust God and just know, hey, if it's for you, it's for you. You gotta believe in the process.
And by talking, the more we talked to the property management and we told them our idea of what we were trying to do, they were on board. They were like, okay, that sounds good. And it was more like what you were saying. As long as you can pay the lot rent, and they say, hey, we can sign you up, and it wasn't really any issues at all.
Mm. I want to just put something in right there. Antonia, you know what the biggest problem is for a lot of people? And you know how you in church, guys, and they say, not talking to you, but the row behind you? I ain't talking to y'all, but the row behind y'all using the wrong language. Antonia said as soon as she told them what the intention was, they loved it. Most of y'all got a big heart, just like Antonia, but you're using the wrong words. Now, you can get them words in my group coaching. You can get them words in my DIY. But it is nothing like getting on that phone and say, Derrick, I'm getting ready to walk into this meeting, bro, and I'm nervous. I know I got all the coaching, but, bro, can you give me that talk one more time? Now, some of my people say, Derrick, I got it, bro. Boom, and they go do it. They're like that. But some of my people say, Derrick, I done got all this coaching from you, and Derrick, I prayed for this day. But Derrick, I am so nervous, I just about can't even talk right now. And I got to jack them up, usually by phone, from thousands of miles away. You know how far away I am from North Carolina? These guys were in what, Winston-Salem? Like, call it out.
Yeah, Winston-Salem.
Right? You know how far away that is from me? But as your coach, as I like to tell you, if your meeting at 9 o'clock, we should be on the phone probably by 8:30 at least. 8:45 at least. My favorite is 8:45 because I'll talk you all the way through you walking that door. Because, guys, I know it's nerve-wracking. Even me when I first started. I make it sound easy today because I've been around it a long time. And the more you're around it, the easier it gets. But remember, unlike most of y'all, I stutter. I have a speech impediment. And now I got Invisalign, so it's worse. So imagine me being fearful, trying to tell people who I am, that I'm the answer to this thing, but I'm going, my name is, when I'm nervous, y'all, it may sound like that. And for some of y'all, it's hard to believe that because you so used to hearing me talk straight. And some of y'all catch it. But when I'm nervous, that's why I want to talk to you. If you're meeting at 9 o'clock, we on the phone at least by 8:45. I want you saying, Derrick, that's enough. I got it. I'm getting ready to walk in the door, bro. Boom, I'm gone. But how cool is that one more time that when she opened her mouth, which is my other prayer that I told y'all to steal from me. Heavenly Father, you see what I'm getting ready to do. God, I am a little nervous. I'm getting ready to walk in the door and tell these people who I am and what I'm trying. And God, this is your idea anyway. God, help me speak like the pen of a ready writer. Allow me to remember the coaching. And by your Holy Spirit, God, speak through me. I decrease. God, will you increase inside of me? And allow me to say the right words so when they hear it, they say, oh my God, I love this idea. Antonia, what did that lady say?
Yep. that conversation was crazy.
She was like, yeah, cool. Now, if it's okay, I'm gonna give y'all a key word and you just wink your eye if I can talk about it. I'm gonna mention a phrase and you just go, yeah, Derrick, or oh, wait. R2O. Can we talk about that or no?
Yeah.
And y'all probably lost. See, you got me.
I had to break it down with you. I'm with you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to get on the edge of y'all seat because I really want y'all to listen to this. And again, I'm only coaching Antonia and Lee. Y'all just lucky to be around it. Before I do that, I want to take a really quick commercial break. We'll be right back, and I want y'all to hear something powerful. I'll be back.
The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase more info to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase more info to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, We'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. You heard that guy. Make sure you text the phrase more info to that phone number and to get you where these people at, right? Because that's where they started at. Lee found me on YouTube scrolling, looking for business as usual, like he always doing, and found something that fit him. So if you're here, this probably fits you. So guys, can you tell the people what I mean by R2O and how did that become a choice for this? Either one of y'all can jump off on that.
Well, you might want to give them the acronym what the R2O is.
I'm gonna let you give it because y'all doing it.
well, what we have to do is every day we just take a little bit at a time. We move one step at a time, always being in action. You always have to keep putting things out there, always on your social media. You're always doing something. You taking things from the coaching and putting it in action, going to the banks, doing, putting in the work, taking those investment, those funds and flipping it. And it's all about, the real estate and how we can take those things and make it be a positive for our community. So we are always moving and always trying to do something every day.
And then, so what we did is Derrick had a coaching moment about, what you can do to basically, if you don't have ILF, he gave us a play of going to get lines of credit and going to get business loans. And what we did is we took that proof of concept and we went to the bank and we was able to open up lines of credit at the bank. And we went from one bank to the next bank to the next bank. We was able to get $45,000 in lines of credit and business funding. So, I mean, you just got to really take the coaching and just make it your own. You want to make it your own because you got to do it. You want to do it the way Derrick tell you, but you got to make it your own plan and you got to put that plan into action.
Now, watch this, y'all. It took everything in me not to interrupt either one of them because I'm bursting with excitement. And I'm so glad they said what they said. But guess what, y'all? That wasn't it. That's not even what I'm talking about. They both missed it. But that information was so good. Marielle, I want you to clip that, and that's going to be a social media post. So unintended, that just gave me chill bumps. I wish y'all can see it. What they just said is an absolute social media post, and all of y'all should take that to heart. But watch this. That ain't it. So that means y'all get a bonus because that's not what I'm talking about, Lee or Antonio. This actually makes it better. And that's why I asked you, did you know what I was talking about? R2O. None of what I said meant R2O. Even though I'm glad you gave it because it's still giving me chill bumps. Oh, y'all missed it. So watch this, y'all. Y'all get a bonus. That wasn't even meant for that. So I'm gonna say the first two words: rent to
own. Yeah. It's still a little early. I'm still. Yeah, I got it. You're right.
I love it.
You're right.
Wait. Lucky for everybody here, they messed up that alley-oop, how I set them up so nicely. So y'all got that for free. Now, Lee and Tania, go into now what did I mean by R2O? How did that come about? See, Tia, they missed it.
We missed it. Yeah, we missed
Tia Johnson, they missed it. But lucky for y'all, you finna get something else because that was the extra thing she just said. That's for the new people that didn't come last week. Now tell these people what does R2O mean?
Okay, so for us, with our property at the mobile home park, after telling them, what it is that we wanted to do, they offered us that option to rent to own. They were like, we have this property, you know, and we were able to get it at a really good rate. That, you know, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and the pricing that they gave us, 2 residents will be able to handle all of the rent that property has. 2 people. And like
sometimes you gotta let stuff breathe, Antonio. That one you gotta let breathe. Did y'all hear what she just said? Because if you're in my coaching, or if you just been around the YouTube channel, I teach this thing. So let me cook. No matter where you live at, my coaching says your first 3 to 4 people, most of y'all is 3, but 3 to 4 people should pay all of your bills, especially at least the rent or the mortgage. She just said 2 people pays the rent when she's doing rent to own and still got change left. Oh my goodness. Back on y'all.
Well, and like Lee was saying earlier, you know, since the property investment group that we're getting the property from, they believe in what we're doing and our mission. They have already, you know, said, hey, you know, this property is coming available behind the one that we're getting now. And said, when it's ready, you guys are the first ones we're contacting to see if you want it, and we're probably going to get that one. Our first one, we've named it Pathway 1, and we're already speaking the second one into existence as Pathway 2.
I know that. If my mom is on here, I don't know, because sometimes Mom Forston to dip in. Mom Forston, can you see the goodness of God shining on these people? Tia Johnson, you want me to make you jealous real quick in a good way, Tia? Just jealous in a good way. And only if they want to do this. So again, guys, wink at me or go, can we numbers, guys? Because if we can't, that'll be saved for the private group, because they all family. YouTube and go, you know, we got some distant cousins on here too now. Can we talk numbers, family? Is that okay?
That's right.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
fine.
make people like
That's
T.
fine.
Sims jealous. And what I mean by that is T. Sims can't imagine the numbers you getting ready to say. And don't forget, guys, this is not just renting like 90% of us do, where the landlord get all the money and nothing happens at the end of it. They're going to own this place when they're done. Oh, Antonio, somebody missing it. Somebody missing it, Lee.
Yeah.
I always feel it when I say something powerful or y'all doing something powerful and somebody missing it. I can feel it, bro.
Yes.
Somebody saying like, I hear him, but
Yeah, I get you.
Numbers now. Tell these people again about the rent to own. How was that even an opportunity? And what do you pay for that place? 3-bed, 2-bath.
So for the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, we are renting it to own for $1,360 for the month. Like
Can
I say,
you
so
set
2
those
people.
numbers individually, just in case Tia walked out the room, because Tia be moving a lot, right? Can you say those numbers individually? And I want to make sure Tia Johnson heard you.
$1,360, $1,360 a month for that rent to own property.
T. Sims, can you imagine in Baltimore, Maryland, renting a place to own it for $1,360? T, that guy almost charged you $1,360 just to talk to him about renting the place.
Yeah.
Jermaine, you in South Carolina, bro, but can you now South Carolina is a little, you know, but guys, to own it too.
Yeah.
Now, in the private group, we're gonna let her go deeper on the numbers. I wanted y'all to hear that one number. And I want you to hear now, how did that come up as a conversation? Like, who said that? Did you offer that, or was that a part of their theme they was already doing, Antonio?
Now that was what after just kind of talking with them, they were saying, well, you know, this can be a rent to own situation. And I was like, yeah, we want to own it. Yeah, let's do it. And they're like, okay, well, you know,
Yeah. We look at that part as you talk about real estate, you know what I'm saying? So we look at that as a great opportunity for us to, you know,
add to the portfolio, especially if they were given the giving us the opportunity to own them at the same time, why not? Why not?
T. Sims said she need to move to North Carolina. T. Sims, what part you want to go to? Salem, or you want to go over to Charlotte? T. Sims can't imagine paying $13.60, and at some point they're gonna say, T. Sims, you own this place now. This yours. Just give us our lot rent, because I'm sure lot rent's in it, and we ain't gonna go over none of that today. I want the private stuff.
That's included in there.
Huh?
Yeah, so I think after the lot rent, I think it's ended up being $940 or $950 a month.
Oh Lord! So the lot rent was already built in it.
Yes, yes.
Lord have mercy. Oh Lord! This is exactly why that new offering that I'm gonna offer a lot of people is gonna be crazy, because I'm literally showing y'all what our private community is like. Right? Like, this is not a conversation for YouTube usually. This is when I want to be super generous. And lucky for y'all, Shay thought of this, with her face all wrapped up about 10 feet from me in our loft, probably on hydrocodone right now with her feet kicked up. She said, babe, you want to bring Anthony and Leo stage? Because her mouth a little, you know. Jermaine Mills, can you see the value of this, Jermaine? You've been around a long time, bro. You know value when you see it. Anyway, I want to do this right, because I probably got 7 more questions, but I want to respect their time, and I also want to let you all think of something, right? So if you all would do me a favor, and if Lee will allow me, I want you guys to be able to ask them 4 questions. So when I go to a commercial break and come back, and if it happens to be 7 questions in the chat, I'm going to pick what I think is the best 4, because I don't want to drag them all day. I respect people's time, and this was unplanned. But because they're under my one-on-one coaching, they get dragged into stuff. Right?
Got to stay ready. Stay ready.
They're also throwing an event in Dallas, Texas, and we're the speakers. So these guys are moving crazily with a lot of stuff. So I'm going to take a commercial break. And instead of asking Derrick, I want you to ask somebody that I'm coaching, because they're in it. They'd have been through the social work talk, the case manager talk, the Zoom meetings, the taking the coffee and donuts. I can't get some of y'all to do that. Not you, but the row behind you. Some of y'all won't go drop off no coffee and donuts. Some of y'all scared to get on that Zoom call. I'm coaching 3 people, and because we family, I can say this. 3 of them say, Derrick, I know it worked, but Derrick, I'm so scared to tell them people that what I do. I said, but sis, haven't you been dreaming of this, and you've been praying for it? I said, I created the email, and my team even sent it for you, and the people want to meet you. She said, yeah, I saw it. She said, but you know, I said, because I built the PowerPoint and I sent it to you. I gave you the talking points. You're under my, she said, Derrick, you don't even got to waste your time saying all that. She said, Derrick, it's me. She said, Derrick, I'm just so scared. She said, Derrick, I dream of this. But that part about talking to people and making the connection, she said, Derrick, I suck at that. She said, so I welcome all referrals. She said, Derrick, most people charge $300. She said, Derrick, I'll pay $500 because I'm so bad at that. Because I don't want y'all to be like that. You've dreamed of this. Why wouldn't you do it? Anyway, let's take a quick word from our sponsor, my knucklehead brother, David and Dennis. David, you know, is a knucklehead. Dennis is pretty sharp. But check this out. Real quick break. We're going to come right back, and I'm going to take 4 questions for Lee and Anthony to answer for you guys.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith, and while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that, but and you won't believe it, but I actually found the property, and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules, is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire like model of what we do. Does that make sense?
All right, we are back, and you heard my brother. Don't go try this in no HOA unless they say, you know what, we love what you do. We don't care. Just do right. I love the fact, I think Tia said it best in the chat. Tia called it favor. Guys, what you are looking at on this screen and what you're hearing is a lot of favor. But you know what also doesn't happen if you're not moving in the speed of direction or instruction? How can the favor happen? If they just sit on that couch that they're on right now and just say, man, I would love to house people and help. That favor is like in a box that's outside on your porch from Amazon that you never go outside and get. It just sits there. So if favor is dropped off at your front door, but you never go to the door and open the box, how do we get that favor? We got to open the box.
That's correct.
Would you guys agree with that? Put a number 2 in the chat if you agree. I'm gonna ask Lee if he agree with that. Lee, do you agree with that, bro? Like, if you guys just sat on the couch, do you believe y'all would have the same success?
No, I don't think we had the same success. Like, I mean, I know things are going on. People funds are tight, but my prayer is, you know, God, let me be a branch of your government. You know what I'm saying? So you got to believe and trust and just trust the processes and walk by faith and not by sight.
I'm going to say something else, right, to add on to that. These guys are living the prayer that I pray over all of y'all, whether you know it or not. Now, watch this. My one-on-one people, and even on YouTube sometimes, I give a lot of, I'll use the funny phrase, I'll say, still this prayer. But I'll be serious about that. Now, watch this. On a live call, and I'm sure they did it, but watch this. On this live call right now, I don't know if Lee and Antonia prayed that prayer that I tell y'all to pray. I think they did, but I'm going to say this on this live because they're living it. God, when you do go blow on me and say, it's your turn, can you not let me have 50 landlords or 10 different land? Can you give me the same landlord for every time I need to do this?
Yeah.
Why do you think, ladies and gentlemen, that they're in this first mobile home and the one right behind it is being rehabbed and they're already being offered it? You don't think God set that up?
Yeah.
Like, Antonia, like, is that plain as day to you, or that's plain as day to me?
Yeah.
That's why you guys are living a lot of what I pray over all of y'all, especially for the ones that are moving in it. Whether you want a one-on-one coaching or not, because we get emails all the time. Derrick, ain't in none of your stuff, but I come every Saturday. I'm there on Mondays, and I catch Wednesday night after church. And bro, I'm moving, and I just got my first house, and I got 2 people in it. Man, that lights a fire under me.
Yeah.
So it's possible. So my prayer, if you new to me and you a little lost, my prayer is that God, can you give these people like one landlord, 2 landlords? That's it. Not every time we get a house, we got to go explain to somebody and convince them of what this is. But I always give a little disclaimer to God. I said, but God, if you got it set up for me that way to learn something else that I'm blind to today, allow me to learn the lesson along the way, but allow them all to say yes if I got to get several.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just love how, and I say this all the time, y'all, and I'm going to say it right now, and I want this to be a clip on my YouTube channel somewhere. I got the best job in America, y'all. I get a front row seat to watch the lives of people change right before my eyes. Guys, just weeks ago, these people didn't even know me, not a family to me. I'm Lee big brother, and it's vice versa. I'm Antonia's big brother, and I stay the big brother over Antonia. Lee just bigger than me, y'all. Right? But I'm the big brother to them now, when just weeks ago, I didn't know them. They came to the group coaching, became family. Family. Now I'm their brother. It's different. So some of the verbiage that they're allowed to use today is different. They learned on I wouldn't call it y'all first call, but they learned on the call. Yeah, was it yesterday, y'all?
Yes.
What was that? They learned on the call that they have property in Florida. They're in 41 states. Derrick, how can they say that? Because they're under my one-on-one coaching, and I'll verify it. And I've done it a bunch of times already. So guess what their spiel is, guys? Not only do we provide affordable housing in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, but we're also based out of and have housing in Orlando, Florida, or how I taught them, say Central Florida, because it covers more than just Orlando. Because you may forget to say Orlando or Kissimmee, but you'll remember Central Florida, because I'll cover Melbourne, Daytona, Deltona, Kissimmee, Point Siena. Hey, come on, man. I'll just start naming them. So because of my one-on-one coaching, they're based out of Florida, or we also have homes in Florida, sir. So a lot of their verbiage is also different. So I'm gonna go to the chat. Let me see if people are asking questions. Anthony, I don't know if y'all could even see the chat, but let me see. Because if it's none, I'm gonna ask my other 7. Let's see. Guys, I don't see any questions, so that means you guys are just eating up the info, and that's fine. Let me see. Gotta get comfortable with being, yep. We all need to pray for her and others like her. Yeah, I pray for her every day, because again, like I do that anyway. But when you're under my coaching, that's a special prayer. Like I pray for all of y'all, but when you're under the coaching, that prayer is actually more specific, because when we speak and we begin to learn each other, my prayer is different now. Like I just pray over y'all as a whole, but these 2 people, I can get specific, right? Because they're family. Okay, so I think I see one right here. So Antonia and Lee, do you guys have a specific population that you're going to serve, or want to serve, or desire to serve?
Well, right now, what we did is we did our research to see what the needs were in our city. We have a large veteran, senior, and then, like I said, we made that contract with the prison system. So that's what the immediate needs are right now, and so that's the people that we kind of cater to.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about one of those meetings I think you told me about that was set up? Either one was something by Zoom, but something was close to what you just said about the jail system. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I actually was able to get into a Zoom meeting with the director that does the coordinating for the discharge for recently released. So I got on there. I told her about our program, what we were trying to do, and then she was able to actually get us on a listing that they distribute out as available housing providers. So we got on that list that goes out. I think they print it up every 3 or 4 months. They print up a new, like an updated listing, and we got added to that listing. And so we just kind of when we met with her on Zoom, she's already has like several other houses that are doing like things that are similar to this, but she said what drew us to her was that how our housing looked, the way that we came and presented our information to her. She said it kind of stuck out, so she was able to kind of move us ahead of the list. We didn't have to really go through an intense vetting process to be an approved housing provider for them.
Wow. So let me coach y'all too, while everybody else just listen, because this is kind of where you are in your coaching now for me to give you this advice. And because it's going so well for you already, this is going to be the topping on the cake. You just mentioned that she loved how you presented it. I'm going to assume because you guys are, first of all, great people, but you also followed the spiel. You followed what we gave you. Even better, than what's going to make you guys look better, give them the paperwork that we give y'all. Meaning say, ma'am, I also want to attach our handbook, our expectations, and our assessment. She's going to be like, oh my God, this girl got herself together. Because oftentimes they'll ask you, well, ma'am, do you guys have rules? Do you got regulations? Or man, what are your rules? Or man, what are your requirements? So I literally, and I'm only coaching y'all too. These people are just blessed to be here. I literally told my assistant yesterday, because one time in the last 3 years, we were asked this. A lady, and you guys brought this up, I think. She said, Derrick, can we get the application sent over to us so I can just give it to my people and they can fill it out? Now, I told you guys, I don't do my business like that. I want my assistant just to talk to everybody. Ain't no assessment, right? I want to be more personable. Now, some of my people say, I'm real busy, man. I do it that way because I can't talk. Great. So this is not a right or wrong thing, you guys. Lee, this is not a right or wrong thing, Lee. But my assistant, Jess, is going to speak to everybody by phone. The assessment is by phone. But watch this. This lady was so bound and determined to get a piece of paper, and I'm only coaching y'all, but I want the people to hear this. Guess what I did, Lee? The assessment we give you, now, because I'm breaking up with Chat GPT, y'all, and Claude is like my new girlfriend now, Claude AI. I say, Claude AI, take my current assessment and turn it into an application that potential residents will fill out for my ILF. It did it in 3 seconds. So now you got an assessment, but now you got the application if somebody just want it. But because you all also use a VA like me, because we give it to you on your coaching, like, you can almost give people a choice. I coach a lady right now. She's probably on this call from Atlanta. She said, Derrick, I got smart. She said, Derrick, I put mine right on the website. So when the social worker called me, Derrick, I put the assessment y'all give me, and I told your team, Derrick, to make me a tab that says client assessment, and I leave my social workers there. So when they fill it out, it goes back to me. Somebody's asking in the chat, how are you guys collecting rent, or how will you collect rent? I'm gonna let y'all answer that, because that's going to where I'm going right now. How will you guys collect rent, or are you collecting rent? Lee and Anthony.
We're gonna be going through Stripe, and let that be our payment processor, and let that do like the direct withdrawal from them, so that we're not having to do too much footwork as far as collecting payment.
And that was a coaching moment, through Derrick as well, that telling us, if you have any problem with your rent, you don't have to, you have a leg to stand on, instead of just getting it through Cash App or the other places like that. So you want to go through Stripe, that you have a leg to stand on, and you have a backing with Stripe if you have
any disputes or anything like that.
So again, watch me coach them, y'all, with just them. You guys are privileged today. They're getting one-on-one coaching. Your answer was 100% right, but you missed the piece. You still need digital flow solutions. So like the lady asked in the chat, how are you collecting rent? When Mr. Jones move in my place, ma'am, I take his card from him and we put that in our system, or my VA does all of this. Right? It's connected to digital flow solutions, which is what we give y'all as your software system and your website build out. So when we put Mr. Jones' card in my system, Stripe is going to swipe it out of his bank account on the 1st or the 3rd or whatever day I set it to, ma'am. So the person that asked that question, we're so good, ma'am, we give you the software to run this whole system. My team going to build your website like they built Mr. Lee website. And all your clients are also in your system by name if you want it like that. And one more time, digitalflowsolutions.net was every business that we have, first of all, but it is a gem for your housing program. So she's right, guys. It's Stripe. We don't like Square, so don't do that, because they don't fight for you. Stripe will fight for you if you get a knucklehead client that try to do a chargeback. But as long as you got the proper evidence in your DFS system, no more file cabinets, y'all. Mr. Larry, he on here today. Me and him joked about that on his coaching call as well after y'all's. He said, yeah, Derrick, man, I got to get with that DFS, because I said, Larry, we already give it to you. You have it. No more paper. He said, bro, I'm still doing it manually. I said, get away from that. Our whole move-in packet is digital. They get it to their email. Here's a coaching moment just for these two people. Shay shared this last week, and I'll admit that was a major gem, and I'm sharing it with all of my coaching clients now, meaning my one-on-one people, but I'm going to bless y'all today. If you get Mr. George in that don't have no email address and he never had one, we build him one with us having access to it. Make sense, everybody? So now your client life is a little bit better because they can now receive messaging from anywhere because they got an email address that they didn't know how to set up. We set it up for them. I was like, Shay, that is so smart. I live with a woman. I'm married to you, and you ain't never told me that. Lee, I'm sleeping by a genius, bro, and she never said that. Tia said that makes so much sense. Tia, when we get a new guy, you say, hey, bro, what's your email address? Because we're going to email you our move-in packet. He said, Derrick, I ain't had an email address, bro, since I graduated high school back in 79. Back in 63, Derrick. No problem. We're going to build him one. Genius. Now, anybody that need to have contact with him and want to send him stuff, including me, he got a place for it to go. His receipts for his payment, all of that stuff. So he's got a little digital wallet, as I like to call it. Okay. Let's go back in the chat. Any other questions for Mr. Lee and Miss Antonia? Let me go in the chat. That DFS sounds like the bomb. It absolutely is. I haven't heard any other company doing this. Right. So, and you need it, right? No matter what you do, it's website build out. It's all them AI tools and toys, right? So it runs my whole program. So, but between Jess, who lives in the Philippines, right, and it's 11:47 at nighttime there, and that DFS system, no business is like off limits to me. Like, and just because of this new class I'm in, y'all, that today was the last day for it, I'm finna start a new business again. And all I need is one VA in this system. And that's gonna probably generate me 30 grand a month from this one idea. That has nothing to do with housing or this. Right? Guys, remember, I'm a business coach too. Which these two people don't even know it, but they're gonna fall right into that. Once most of my people that master this, man, we go right into what's the next business? Because it's not gonna take y'all long to get this, y'all. Like, y'all gonna get this fast. I only need probably 4 to 6 more months of y'all with me just drilling this in y'all. After 6 months, I'm gonna say, Lee, what's your next idea, bro? What you trying to build now, Lee? Something in your sleep or on your feet? No more on your feet, right? In fact, my first business class that I'm gonna offer to the public, because I told y'all for now I don't do that. But the first business class I'm gonna offer to the public is gonna be how to make money in your sleep, not on your feet. And it's gonna be surrounded by how do you create your first digital product, right? I'm blessed today, y'all, that because I take so much coaching and spend a lot of money on it, like I make money well before I jump out of bed every morning. Somebody's buying an ebook, a membership, a course, because my social media is omnipresent and it's always leading them to what we call a CTA, call to action. Meaning, I ain't gonna just say, hey guys, my name is Derrick, and I house the homeless. No, my name is Derrick, and here go a course that'll change your life. Start with this ebook or this $5 group. It's called a CTA, call to action. Like, y'all gonna build a trucking course, you just don't know it yet. Lito's trucking at the back of his hand. Why wouldn't he sell it? People want it. People are begging for that info, Lee. That's gonna be one of the first things I teach people outside of the ILF. How can y'all build a course, an ebook, or a digital product that you build one time and make money the rest of your life from it? Guys, I got small ebooks that start at like $5, $17. Most of my ebooks are like $27. I got probably 2 that are $97. We make a couple grand a year just from that, and I hardly ever advertise it. I made it one time, Antonia. I'm only talking to y'all. These people are just here. Guys, you're going to make a product once. This ILF is every day. Digital product, you build it one time and just run your big mouth towards it. That's my only rule. Because now when we wake up, but we made $800 last night. Right? So I'm going to teach y'all that. Like, y'all going to fall into all of that. And that's that business side of things. So let me check one more time. How do you get digital solutions? I went in there and did not see how to set it up. So you can set up an appointment, actually. Say, Mar, oh, perfect. Mars did it already. So Miss Courtney, down below on this screen, scrolling down below, is giving you a way to set up a phone call with the team to talk about, like, do you do this or do you got a restaurant? 95% of people that find us and that want a CRM, they do this. But, well, actually, that's not true, 90%. But we got about 10% of people that they do other stuff, but they still want this system. And the cool part is when y'all come to us with like multiple businesses, most of y'all, when you find out what this does, you immediately want it for your other businesses. So big shout out to Jackie Jackson, who literally just got our one-on-one coaching. And on her first meeting with the team, she upgraded to her other business and got DFS for her other 2 businesses now. She said, man, this system is a no-brainer. I like the way you guys have it set up, and now that I got multiple, y'all just whatever. Like, so Courtney, you absolutely should have that demo and a call with our team, whether you do this or something completely different. Okay. Digitalflowsolutions.net. And they also said if you text the phrase CRM, what is it, the 407-809-8215, you can book a free strategy call. Okay. So they'll show you a lot of that stuff. And the cool part about our system, when I teach you guys how to build your digital product, guess where it's going to be hosted? In your DFS account. It's an all-in-one, guys. It has, guys, you can start your own private groups, your own communities, like sell courses, ebooks. And Tennille, you got the system already. That's why people love it. It's like, Derrick, y'all gonna give me, yes, you get it all. Not just for this business. Under me, you should be having a plan B and C. Not meaning that this gonna fail, so what is plan? No. We're gonna do A, B, and C. Guys, the only reason why I'm like this today, the one business in housing spurred all of this stuff. God was like, okay, you're gonna help people get housing and do my will. I'm gonna bless everything you put your hands on, boy. So I am always into sharing. I own about 7 or 8 businesses now, y'all. And with this new class that I'm in now that just ended literally today, I think the morning call was the day at 10, and then the final is tonight at 6. Like, I'm starting something just from that info. Part of the new idea I got for y'all came from that. Like, so it's a lot coming, guys. I want to say one more time, thank you so much to Antonia and Lee. I'm going to probably do 2 more courses, and I'm going to get you guys out of here because I want to respect y'all time. Let me see. Other than no drinking, smoking, sleepovers, what other 2 top do not rules you require? So, Lee, I'm going to let you guys answer that. Lee and Antonia, what would be some of your top 2, like, do not do rules? Because I told y'all mine the other day, and I'll share that later, but I want y'all to go first.
We don't have any visitors that come by and stay for lengths of time. Like you had directed us in our coaching, you can come, you can pick them up, and you guys can go and socialize and then come back, but we don't have really people coming in to into the house outside for safety reasons for the residents, for if we have people who get different services and things that come by, just to keep everybody safe. So we don't have outside visitors really that come in. And then like we mentioned before, no other family overnight stuff. I mean, they said about sleepovers. So what's another one? You have one?
Anything for you, Lee? That's an absolute no.
Well,
she took all the good stuff, man. She said no smoking, no drinking, and no company. Yeah. Like, that's all the good stuff. So that's all anything outside of that?
Just make sure you respect the people, your house members inside the house. Just make sure everybody is as a family. We want a family atmosphere, so respect your peers and stuff like that. That's a big one for me because we want it to be peaceful.
Okay. So will you guys allow me to coach these 2 people and give y'all something that y'all probably have never heard me talk about on screen? Because this is just one-on-one coaching. If 5 people say yes to that, I'll give you guys something that I would want to tell them right now that they've never heard from me either. Like, they're in my coaching and they've never heard me say this. But if 5 people put yes in the chat, I'm going to one-on-one coach them again right now on something that is a do not for me. If not, that'll be only shared in the private group with you guys on, what is it, Wednesday or next Wednesday.
Is it this Wednesday? I think so.
All right. So how many yeses do we have here? Let's see. 1, 2. Tia went twice, y'all, so that don't count. In fact, I'm gonna deduct one because Tia cheating. Oh, Tia put 3, y'all, so I'm gonna deduct 2 points from Tia. So I only got 1 from Synergy, 1 from EPH. I count Tia's 1. All right, Zelinda just saved y'all. So here is what I would call. Tessie said, absolutely, please do. All right, y'all. Just because T. Sims said it, here we go. Ready? So this is not YouTube talk, but this is one-on-one coaching for Lee and Antonia. And Lee, you guys haven't got here yet, but I want you to hear me good on this, bro.
All right.
A couple of weeks ago, I said something. I made a phrase on the YouTube channel where I talked about giving grace, meaning that if your rent is $800 and some guy called you and he only got $760, but he's that 78-year-old guy that you say, God, can you give me 25 more people just like him? Watch this. If we allow that guy to move in for $740 or $760 and the rent is actually $800, one of my do nots. Who asked that question? I want to put you on screen because that was a great question, actually. Synergy Transport, because it's going to allow me to go deep here. Lee, one of my main rules is when I give that guy grace that's paying $760 and everybody else paying $800, Mr. Tyrone, you better not tell nobody. Mr. Tyrone, do you understand that I got you approved through my program and everybody here pay $800 except you? Guess what happens if they find out, Mr. Tyrone, that you only pay $760? I got a problem on my hands, sir. So you would be amazed, ladies and gentlemen, how many people I have in the same house that pay different rents. But if they find out, Antonia, oh, they're going to come running to me with complaints and almost ready to fight. But guess what my rule is? If that happens, somebody got to leave here. Because first of all, if I cut you a break and I cut your rent different from anybody else, and it sounds like this, Mr. Tyrone, I'm doing you a big favor, bro. And my other residents would absolutely hate me if they found out you was paying $40 less. So between me and you and my program, congratulations and God bless you, brother. But you are to never tell nobody in here what you paying rent. In fact, that's number 3 on this rule book here. See right there? We don't discuss financials. So in my housing program, ladies and gentlemen, there is a rule that says we don't discuss financials because y'all gonna get into a fight. You're gonna come crying and screaming to me, and I'm gonna put one of y'all out. And that sounds real harsh, but one more time, if I'm cutting a break, Lee, why would he want to tell the guy I'm only paying $750 and y'all pay $800?
Exactly.
Really, bro? You did that to me and we cut you a break? So one of my do not do's is we do not discuss financials, T. Sims. T. Sims, the guy you cut the break, he better not tell the roommate because you got a problem now. But watch this. In my one-on-one coaching and in the group coaching, especially on Wednesday, y'all remind me to tell you, because I ain't going to put that here, how do we do that in terms of what if Jerome told Tyrone? And now Tyrone come and said, Derrick, man, Jerome told me you only, Antonia, write this down. Derrick said, put this on your own notes. Derrick said to tell us, how does he handle if it does happen? And it ain't always me kicking the guy out. I want to break it down to you guys what we do when that happens. And what, again, Lee, verbiage. What do I say to that guy? I'm not putting that on YouTube. Okay? Somebody will mess it up, so I don't want to do that. So Wednesday night, what's that next one, Antonia, or the next one? Them things come around fast, man. Guys, that group coaching is every 14 days, or it go by fast too. Right? So all of my one-on-one people
It's
are
Wednesday
also
coming.
invited
Wednesday
to them
coming.
every 14 days. I'm sorry, sis?
It's Wednesday coming.
Wednesday coming in. Perfect. So this Wednesday coming, guys, I want you to remind me of what do I say when Tyrone told Mr. George that we cut him a $60 break and now Tyrone mad at me? I got a great way to handle that too. Gently, actually, not the rough kick, you out of here. Like, that ain't what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna think it's genius. Okay. No, we actually not gonna discharge them both. Now they get crazy on me, like, yeah, but what I'm gonna tell them in that group, that's not gonna even be a problem. Okay. Let me go back in for, I think we had one more. Are you guys enjoying this one-on-one coaching on screen? Like, I want to thank Lee and Antonia because again, this is so impromptu, just like our call yesterday. But that's the cool part about being one-on-one. Like, Lee can call me Monday through Friday with anything, bro. I got a random thought. I was on call, and he told me what's your thought there? Can we build that? Absolutely. Let's go. You got the system, you got a VA, you got a brain, and so do I. Boy, that's dangerous right there. Yeah. Oh, that's dangerous. Because God made me a thought leader. I can't put none of that stuff together. I'm not techie. I can barely turn my computer on, y'all. Like, I'm bad. But with a VA and a system, which is called Digital Flow Solutions, guys, sky's the limit. All of y'all should have a digital product. Why not? All of y'all good at something. Let's play a little game right now. And I don't care if it's cooking fried chicken. Can everybody put in the chat, what are you good at in life? Because no matter what you name, we can turn it into a digital product. That's the crazy part about it. Do you cook the best red velvet cake? Do you run the best daycare? Can you explain how to get government contracts, which I'm trying to figure out right now through a team? Do you teach kids how to read at the level that they're supposed to because they're falling behind in school? Do you pour into women over the age of 30? What do you do in life? Can everybody do that? There should be 20 comments in the chat. I'm going to name one of my things that maybe y'all don't know. Let me think of something. What am I good at, y'all? Let me see. Other than coaching, that's obvious. Y'all may think this is funny, but I'm going to write it because I say it all the time, but I'm serious because I'm good at it. And maybe I'll do a course on it because I want to just make an example of, like, guys, it don't matter what it is. I fry the best fried chicken. Watch this, Lee. ... And if fried chicken isn't your cup of tea, I cook some mean baked chicken too. Come out crispy, crunchy, juicy in the inside, and we never had to fry it. So, Lee, my course now talks about the best fried chicken, but what's the healthy alternative to it? Bro, and Chat GPT know all of this stuff, even if you don't. Right now, Lee, I can't bake no red velvet cake, but if I go to Claude or Chat GPT right now and say, Claude, I want to write an ebook because I've been supposed to do this for the last 15 years of my life, but my big brother Derrick just gave me the cheat code. Can you give me a recipe for the best, most moist, homemade red velvet cake this side of heaven? List all the ingredients, then take the ingredients and turn it into a cookbook. Also turn it into an ebook that's got the cookbook inside of it. Make it 2 products. I'm going to sell one for $27 and then I'm going to do one for $19. I'm going to start a community for $9 a month for people to join the community so they can see me cook it live in person. I just gave somebody $1 million play. They ain't listening. We built you 3 products: ebook, course, community. Because I just paid 10 G's to learn this. I'm giving it to y'all. The difference between me and probably 70% of y'all, you're not going to do it. I just told you how to make 10 grand a month minimum. Course, ebook, community. Make that community. Some of my beliefs are under $10. I got one of them. My newest one probably going to be $67. I'm building that. Just real quick for some fun math, because I want to leave y'all with this and I'm gone. Let's just say you started that group of what you put in the chat just now, and I'm going to check the chat. I want to see who's actually following and listening. What if you got, and I'll give a small number because there's thousands and millions of people in the world. What if you got 300 people to join your group that pays you $27 a month to learn that thing you good at? Lee, can you put $27 times 300 in the chat, please? Help me out, Antonio. Help me out, Tia. Help me out, Lori. Put $27 to teach somebody a skill, and within 3 to 6 months, you got 300 people in it, and it's still growing. Give me 300 times $27. That's called MRR, monthly reoccurring revenue. How many of y'all would want to make $8,100, $8,000 every month? Because I didn't make nowhere near that on my job. But you mean to tell me for $27, that's a low ticket offer, and I only need 300 people, and I'll teach you how to run ads to it to make people say, "Ooh, I want that." Guys, I coach all of this stuff. Y'all just don't hear it. $8,000, Lee, for you to teach a group. Now, I can play with a bunch of numbers, but one more number, because I want Lee Trucking Group to be $47. Can we do 47 times 500 people? You know how many boys are graduated from high school? You know how many kids want to get in the truck and grown men want to get it, but know nothing about it? What if Lee started a community where he charged $47, y'all? Not like my coaching at $7,500, not my coaching at $30,000, not that one even at $4,997. What if we do $47, Lee, times 500 people? Tia just told you that is $23,000 every 30 days. That's called MRR, monthly recurring revenue. I can teach any of y'all that. I'm actually really excited to start opening some of that business coaching to the public, because my private groups only get that stuff. And the first group I'm going to teach, it's going to be free because I want you to get it. How do you build a digital product?
Okay.
One time, Lee, and we sell it for the rest of our life. My first book I ever wrote, when I ain't even know about no chat GPT, no AI, I sat down with a pen and paper. All my books now, hey, chat, you know me already, right? Yeah, I want to write a book on this. Here goes some PDFs and a bunch of stuff from my YouTube channel, and here go, put it together and write that book. That's how most of my books are written today. My first book was called How to Open an Independent Living Facility in 10 Easy Steps. I wrote it by hand. That ain't the new way, but that book still today makes me about $14,000 a year. Not every month, not every day, but over a span of a year, that book's $97 and comes with a book and a couple of videos I shot with it. 2 years later, I wrote a second book as the sequel. Instead of going individually, I joined it together, kept the price the same. People bought it more. So my individual one book is now 2 books and a couple of videos. This is how you do videos of me teaching. And Tania, when I get out of bed, usually 3 or 4 days of the week, somebody's bought that book. I wrote that book 6 years ago.
Wow.
I wrote it one time. Now, I know I'm Mr. ILF, but these last few minutes, if you want to build a digital product, you need to stick real close to us lately, because I'm going to start teaching that. What can you do outside of this that may even be the catapult to help you get in this? Because some of y'all say, well, I ain't got no money. Man, I'll get you rich if you listen with digital products. How you gonna bring it from buy a place like Lee? Lee said, why would I rent it, Derrick? And the guy said, rent to own, bro, with no big down payment of 20 G's. Lee didn't tell you one time that he needed 20 G's to get that place, y'all.
That's right.
See, I tell you, I'm about to go because see, my jaw's starting to hurt. Till, I gotta go. Because Till not telling me to keep it down, so now my jaw's starting to hurt. But Lee didn't say one time, Derrick, you know, I had to come up with a big deposit. You know, they wanted 20 grand, Derrick, and I had to put that down first.
Nope.
So guys, like, money is the problem. It's actually not. You just need an idea. And whatever it is, in fact, I'm gonna go in the chat because I haven't seen it yet. What are you guys good at? I see the math. Let me see if y'all listed anything. Pour into young ladies under 30 who never had the proper structure, direction, and love. You can start a community on that. I can teach you how to advertise it. Who would you be targeting? Because that sounds great, but if the right people ain't in it, that group just sits there. So I can read that just knowing what I know and go, watch this how like I can just do this. Pour into young ladies under 30 who never had the proper structure, direction, and love in their lives. That would be a course and the ebook, and I would even teach you how to introduce yourself. They'll say, "Well, hey, ma'am, who you are and what do you do?" I don't know your name, so I'll just call you and I'll just use an example, Amy. My name is Amy, and I help women over the age of 30 tap into what God has really called them for to build structure, income, and impact throughout their city in which they live in. Join our group if that fits you. That's how you advertise it. Because if I just read that, it's important to young ladies under 30 who never had the proper structure, direction, and love in their lives. But the way I think is, how can I make these women also make some money? Because that sounds great. But if they say, well, that's all she's doing, I think I'm good. But if I add to it, and how to also make money and impact. So it's all about work. I can draw people to, my name is Amy, and I help women over the age of 30 tap into the real thing God has called them for with proper structure, direction, and a way to make money to impact their community and the family in which they're a part of. I looked at that one time, she typed it and came up with that. Because I take a bunch of coaching that teaches that. And then she said, and ladies, for only $17 a month, which is, here's another trick of the trade. I paid a bunch of money to learn. And Tania, what is $17 a month divided by 30 days? Now it's only cents. So instead of saying $17 a month, for only 34 cents a day, I teach women under the age of 30 how to change their whole life with structure, direction, and a financial tool to make money and get rich. Senator, does that make sense how I'm pitching that? Can y'all see the business coaching in that by me reading her thing one time? We haven't had a phone call. I hadn't had a strategy call. She typed in something, and I just gave her the whole pitch of who she is and how she can offer this thing. What is $17 divided by 30, y'all? It's got to be cents. It's not $1 because $1 would be, you know what I mean, over 30.
$0.56.
Exactly. So that's one of my other tools that I love to use. And like even in my housing, I'm not $800 a day. I'm 800 divided by 30, which sounds like $23 a day compared to the Rat Motel at $99 a night. I'm giving y'all marketing 101 right now. Y'all don't even realize it. Some of y'all don't.
Yeah.
Leader, that makes sense, bro.
We use that model.
I'm
we use that model.
Lee, I'm telling the social worker, Mr. Social Worker, I don't mean to brag, but we're a no-brainer at $20 a night. Because as you know, that hotel off of 3rd Street is $79.99 and it's full of roaches, prostitutes, and bed bugs.
Yeah.
I tell them that, Lee. That's a part of my pitch. Mr. Social Worker, the 4 closest hotels around here start at $89.99 a night. We're $23 a day. Guys, use that pitch. I'm giving it to you. And again, no matter if it's on the other side of you getting that coaching thing or that community, I'm just going to break my price down by the day. Anyway, somebody's going to catch that. If nobody else, these 2 people will. I know they will. T. Sims, are you listening? All my people that move at the speed of instruction, are y'all listening? T. Sims, are you still here or did T. Sims leave us? Like, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down here? All of y'all, and that's bad English, but all of y'all should have a digital product. Type the word me in the chat if you want to learn that one day from me. Type the word me in the chat if you want to learn how to one day build your own digital product that you build once. And then when we get good at it, we're going to build more than one now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So put me in the chat if that's you. There go T Sims. T Sims make sense. Why don't you have a digital product, T? I don't know, but we are. Okay, and some of y'all, it's your story, right? Either about life or this. When I started because here's a great idea. Let me think. Wait. Let me think. Should I say it here or the private group? Let me think. Let me be careful, Antonio. Let me see. This could work because no, I know it could work. I'm just trying to see if I should say it on the live of YouTube but I think I'll be fine here. If not, my sister will cut this out. And Katara Johnson, are you here? I think she's one of the first people that we kind of toyed with this idea. I challenged all of y'all, and Lee and Antonia didn't even know me then, right? So if you've been around me at least for the last probably 2 years, you remember when I taught that AI book writing course. In fact, Lee, I'm gonna send it to y'all as a gift. But anybody that's under my one-on-one coaching, usually you just get that as a free bonus. It's called an AI book writing course. It's a course, but I give you the tool. And all Lee has to do, y'all, is put in a title. How to start your own trucking company. Hit enter. It writes an 11-chapter book just like that.
Oh, wow.
Now, Lee can't believe that just by me saying it.
That's great.
But if you've been under me around probably a year, not even 2, a year and under, you remember me talking about that class. Lucky for y'all, Lee, because you one-on-one, I'm going to give it to y'all.
Thank you.
But I got a AI book writing course where we teach you how to publish that book, how to put it on Etsy tomorrow, because you can write this book in 1 day and be on Etsy tomorrow. Y'all ain't listening. And all you got to do is put in the title, how to grow the best vegetables in Winston-Salem after the cold snap has left. It'll write that book in 11 seconds, and it's an 11-chapter book. How to become the best Black woman in 2026. It'll write that book just like that. Don't put it in the chat, but if you under my coaching and you ain't did that yet and I gave it to you or you came to that class, don't embarrass yourself and tell the people that you didn't do it yet. Because somebody like Antonia, she gonna write this book tomorrow. It'll be on Etsy in 3 days. Because I'm going to have Jennifer, who did it for me, give y'all the SOP to it. How do you put that book on Etsy? How do you put it on Amazon? Did y'all just hear what I said? I can give you a prompt. And I'll tell y'all that prompt is about a mile long. But all you do, don't even read the prompt. You just put in your book title. How to bake the best red velvet cake that people will love to buy and a knock down my door to come and get it.
Yes.
How to start my own farm once I bought my 3 acres of land or the 4 acres that my granddaddy gave. Whatever. How to raise chickens. I don't know why, but my feed started to get real full of like land and chickens and goats. I'm thinking about it, y'all. I don't know. There's a whole play behind that, and we'll talk about that later, Lee. That's on a private call. But for some reason, my feed on TikTok and Instagram showing a lot of people that's buying land and they buying chickens, goats, sheep. They renting the land to have other goats coming. Like, it's crazy, y'all. And selling the eggs. Y'all, that's how my mind works. Tia, that's how my country mind works, Tia. Anyway, so we'll talk. So y'all saw some of the business side today of my coaching. I hope you guys appreciated that. But more than anything, I want at least 5 of y'all. I hope everybody do it, but at least 5 of y'all put in the chat. Thank you, Lee. And thank you, Antonio. Or thank you to the Stewart family. Now, that Stewart as in the U and the A or the W and the T?
The W.
So can y'all say thank you to the Stewart family in the chat? I would really appreciate that. And if you struggle to spell Antonia's name, just put Miss A. And Lee is easy, L-E-E. If 5 of y'all can thank them for their time, their experience, and being willing to share it, I would appreciate that myself. In fact, I'm going to be the first one to do it. I'm going to type it, and then I'm going to verbally say it. Thank y'all so much for you guys being able to share.
No problem. No problem.
I would love to schedule. Never like to impromptu because that's just your time, right? I like to respect that. So thank you that this wasn't even scheduled and you guys were able to jump on at the drop of a dime. I appreciate that. So thank y'all so much because it helps people understand what are y'all getting from the coaching and what is your experience. They can hear me all day long, Antonio, but if they don't hear Lee talk about, man, I called Derrick and he said, let's do it. They don't know what it looks like once you come in. So I'm hoping that some hear this today and say, wow, like that's what Derrick coaching like. Like I appreciate that. Right. So but
appreciate you.
I'm gonna let you guys bless the people real quick, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. So one at a time, y'all just bless the people, say anything you like. The mic is yours. It can be encouragement, it can be get off your butt and let's go. Whatever you want to say, I'll let you guys go individually. And this time we'll go ladies first, so Antonia can go first.
Well, we just want to say thank you for the opportunity, allowing us to be able to get on here and just talk about what it is that that you guys have meant to us and how we have been able to grow expeditiously in this platform. Thank you, to you, Derrick, to Shay. I know she's listening. I hope she's feeling better. But we just really appreciate everything. And those who are new to the platform, get the coaching. It's worth it. You can't go wrong. Derrick and Shay are going to make sure that you're in capable hands, and they're not going to leave you behind. And the support group, even the people here that's that the faithful ones that come to the YouTubes every week, that post in the academy. It's all a big family support system, and we're happy to be a part of it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Big Lee, it's all you, big bro.
I just thank God for this, giving me the opportunity to just be a part of this. It's been great, just having you as another brother to lean on, that have a passion, really have a passion. That's what really caught me too. That the passion that you have for this, that you speak about all the time. I can just hear it in your voice. So it does something. It resonates something in my spirit that, hey, you can't find a lot of people that you can connect with today that have the same passion and the fire for God and for business as you. So that just resonates in my spirit. So I just thank you and I thank your wife for the great thing that y'all doing and just all over this speaking and just giving us the opportunity to be a part of this.
Good stuff, man. I appreciate it. And thank y'all so much for those kind words. And without further ado, you guys have a great day. I'm going to still stay for probably 3 more minutes to close these folks. Now, if you want to stay, y'all stay. But if you got to go, get here. Thank y'all both so much. Y'all have a great day. And we'll see you guys soon. Because, can we talk about briefly, without giving like crazy details, what are we doing with you guys over in Dallas?
So in Dallas, we are going to be hosting you guys on June the 27th, and we're gonna we got a venue. We're gonna be getting all that stuff together, so it's coming soon. So it's gonna be another leg of that ILF tour anywhere in Dallas.
And also, just to give you guys a heads up, right? You guys get to name the event. So just like the one T Sims she's doing in the DMV area. In fact, T Sims will be on the show again next, probably. She just don't know it yet. But T's got her own name for it. So when you guys do it, you can brand it as like, this is our, like Tiffany did what? She called it what?
Chat and Chew.
Chat and Chew. Maurice and Carter are doing the Meet and Munch. T Sims, can you put in the chat what yours is and what the date is? So like everybody's putting their own name to it, so you guys can brainstorm that together. But brunch and build, right? So June 6th. So the next time that we go live, it may be now. Probably what's gonna happen too is I'm gonna end up going live probably more this upcoming week. I got a lot to say and a lot of things to announce. So usually Tuesdays are replays and Wednesdays are replays, but I may be live a lot this week, guys. So I'm gonna just say don't miss it. I'll also be sending emails, as I said, to everybody that's in that paid $5 group. You guys are gonna get a crazy special email for this new offer that I have. And everybody that's in that ILF Academy, the free group, we also want to give them that same message. It's going to be a no-brainer for you guys. right? So I think I can hold it till Monday. I almost spilled it today, but I think I can hold it till Monday. So you guys can look forward to that. Let me see. So yeah, so that's going to be June 27th in Dallas, Texas. So if you guys want to see us live, right? So you guys know that the whole meaning of those kind of events are for the whole POC, proof of concept. So we show people how we've taught it to other people. So Lee and Antonio will be the highlight of that event. We're just coming to speak, but they're the highlight because they want to show a bunch of people how they didn't know what this was just weeks ago. But now through the training, the coaching, and just being around it, guys, I don't care what it is, whatever you don't know how to do. If you just stay around it long enough, one of my buddies says it like this: you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut, right? So if you just keep hanging around, you guys will get it. So big shout out to my guy Trey Matthews, who always screams that. Other than that, Lee, Antonio, y'all get out of here, go enjoy y'all day. I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. Everybody else, we probably leaving at the same time. So let's do it like this. I'm going to do this one thing. Let's see. Oh, and also, hey, Mar, if there's a way to put our Google review link up, I would love that if we could put it in the chat if it's clickable. If we don't have it, no big deal. That'd just be something that I would want the next time. 2 or 3 people was actually asking, hey, can we leave a Google review? So I didn't know if we had it, but Mar, if we have that review link and a way to click it, let's put that in the chat. And some of you all owe me a video too. Hey Lee, I think T Sims owed me a video. Lee, I don't think T Sims sent me her video yet. Tia Johnson, I don't think sent me her video yet. Sideways like this, not like this, straight up. Sideways, T. Okay. Tessie ain't sent me no video review. Synergy Transport, no video review. Guys, I'm joking with y'all, but we are asking this next upcoming week for a lot of our, I'll say, veterans or people that are always around us. My team want to do a long thing of like reviews of people that we've poured into, and they want to turn it also into like a clickable link on our website at Forston Consultants to show some of our stories. So Antonio has done probably several. Mar will probably even take this room and get more from what they said today. But if you've been around us for a while, we would love if you would give us a video review, Google review, of course, but a video review, and it could be 19 seconds. It could be 10 seconds. It don't have to be a movie like 6 minutes. Now, if you got 6 minutes, give it to me. But if not, give me something 15 to 20 seconds, just talking about us and our coaching. We would super appreciate that. Okay. And I want to see Lee with a group because I just saw it again in here. I want to hear Lee telling me in less than probably 8 to 9 months from now, he's got a group. Whether he get out of bed and do nothing, he gonna make $23,000 a month because of a community that he built. Like, I'm excited because I'm on the same journey. Like, wouldn't that be cool? Because most times when we're in business, Antonio, the first of every month we start at zero. All of us. Some of us going negative in business because we got staff and softwares and systems, and then we got to go out and make money. Even with our tenants, that money got to come in. But a MRR, can 5 of y'all put MRR in the chat like Tia did earlier? Monthly recurring revenue. Hear it from me first, y'all, as y'all big brother. Lee, come to the edge of your seat, Lee, just real quick. Come all the way to the edge, Lee. I'm putting extra emphasis the rest of this year all the way into next year, strengthening my MRR. What can I develop, Lee, that I get paid for every month, whether I get out of bed and do anything, whether I fly to Jamaica and kick my feet up in the sand, whether I go to Costa Rica and sip pina coladas, whether I go on a mission trip in the Philippines to serve people, whatever I'm doing, type yes in the chat if you dream of the build something where every month you don't start at zero. Like I got a little small one. But I'm thinking of one now, Lee. How can I make 20, 30, 50 G's a month? Because I'm giving out my gift. I'm sharing with people stuff that can change their life, Lee. Not just saying, hey, y'all, it's me. Look at the new dance. No. What information I can give out that can change somebody's life, like that trucking course, the dispatching of the trucking, whatever. The app that you're going to also build that go with it, using Lovable. Or what he just told me, DFS getting ready to have something inside of it that's just like Lovable. So it's talk to app. You talk what you want the app to be and it make it. Really. Alex said, Derrick, don't get Lovable because DFS getting ready to drop something. Because they drop something every day. Said, Derrick, they finna get to drop their version of Lovable. Really? Hey, Lovable, oh, excuse me. Hey, whatever that thing is, can you build me an app that teaches whatever in your head? And bam, just like that. That thing can go on iTunes for $9.99 a night. I mean, a day. I mean, excuse me, month. Right, guys, there's so many ideas, but I'm telling y'all, that digital world, guys, it's the cheat code of life, y'all. Like, no more hard work. Like, even with this ILF, like, it's some work, especially when you are building it. But when you get the right people, like that 78-year-old guy that me and Lee talked to yesterday, man, I'll build 20 houses on that guy and never have to go. Lee, I can build 20 houses like that, bro, and never go to them because they run themselves. I told you guys my largest, biggest house is in Kissimmee, Florida, 50 minutes away from me. I hardly ever go to that place. Now, Monday morning, I'm going for 3 days straight because I'm going to do some straightening, some cleaning up, some maintenance type stuff. I'm going to go for 20th, 21st, 23rd. I'm at my largest ILF for 3 days in a row. I already told the guys. I already bought all our cleaning stuff, everything. So, yeah. And then after that, it's back onto this stuff. And then soon, vacation mode. I'm going on vacation in what, May-ish? What is it? May 12th-ish? I don't know. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. Lee gonna kick me out of here now. So I'm gone. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. Y'all be great. I love y'all and y'all be good. Hey, Lee, I know it's the weekend, but I'm going to call y'all for just 3 minutes to tell y'all thank you again by phone and just check in real quick. Other than that, y'all have a great day. And everybody else, we'll see y'all Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live Monday. And if my team allow me, I'm going to drop that thing I was talking about. So tell your friends, your girlfriends, whoever, come Monday. Don't miss it. And watch this. If you go to church, I know we are the church, but if you go to church tomorrow, can you say, God, I heard a bunch of interesting stuff yesterday from that boy Derrick. And God, I want to be a part of that stuff, man. Can you bless me any way you see fit, God, to make it all possible? In Jesus' name, amen. Simple prayer. Just, God, I want to be a part of that. Can you make it possible? And then put in Jesus' name. But talk to God tomorrow like you don't even know he heard it. He did. But say, God, you know what, boy, that was some real stuff yesterday. He was talking about that digital stuff and me writing a book, and he got a thing I get to type in the God, I want to be a part of that stuff. Copy that, y'all. Go to church tomorrow. And if you don't go, if you go to Bedside Baptist, no problem. Say the same prayer. If you in the bed and don't go, it's called Bedside Baptist. Still have the same conversation. At least turn the guy on TV, whoever your pastor or your internet pastor. But nothing like going in the building too now, right? Don't forsake the assembling. Meaning come together. I believe that on this YouTube channel. Don't forsake coming here. We got to come together to learn and grow.
That's right.
Again, Lee, I'm going, bro. Lee, I promise, bro, I'm going, Lee. I promise, Lee. Y'all be great. I'll see y'all Monday at 7 p.m. Bam. Out of here.
All right. Thank you. All right.
If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these 2 words, more info, to 407 326-0086, and you will get it immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase "more info" to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase "more info" to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text "more info" to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Hey, Derrick. I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family usually, mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text "more info," just those 2 words, "more info," to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point. David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith. And while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, "Go, it's your time." Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you cannot sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Dennis, would you happen to have a list of things that, you did wrong in the beginning when you first started your independent living facility? What kind of mistakes that you made? David, that's actually a great question, right? Even coming from you. I wrote a book that's entitled "How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco." And in fact, David, it's the 12 dumbest mistakes that are ever made. And because I didn't want other people to make them, I put it in a book. So go to forstonconsultants.com. That's again, forstonconsultants.com, and check it out. That's where you can find all of our ebooks, all of our coaching, and more information about live events. Well, I'm gonna just have to do that then, because that sounds like a good starting point to me. Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. Like, what does that mean? David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link, that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derrick could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy. Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal, because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that. So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population, or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF? Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right, choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults, which just so happens to be my favorite.